live.
Let's see. Was the Splatoon 3 thing the only thing of note? It feels like there was more than that, but I guess maybe not.
What's up, people? Welcome to the Juice and Terrell Show, episode 1.
Sir.
Xbox is dog shit.
Xbox is dog shit. Look at it. Oh.
T ain't here.
Look at that box over there. That black box ain't doing
Dog
shit next
shit.
to the TV. It's dog shit.
Got no games.
No games.
Fucking.
The online is the best thing about it. What's the last thing y'all been playing since Halo? Nothing.
Hey, we got that one game. We got that Obsidian's got that game coming out, that turn-based fucking cartoony. Teensy weensy.
Tinky winky. Tinky winky ass.
I'm so glad I didn't buy that Series X when you bought yours. I almost pulled the trigger.
That's fair.
So glad I didn't.
It's 100% fair.
What a waste. Maybe next year. So, yeah, it's just Terrell and I. Robert, I think, fell asleep. T's sick. Retro is off 2 weeks, on 2 weeks. I can't remember if he's only on once a month. I can't
think
remember.
So. Yeah.
It's hard to keep track, But yeah, so ain't got a lot to talk about, honestly. Splatoon 3 Direct announced. 30 minutes.
That's on Wednesday.
That's Wednesday?
Yeah, they said the 10th. Today's the 8th.
That's a pretty ambitious Direct for a Splatoon game. So we'll talk about that.
I'm surprised they announced it early. Usually, if it's just a simple, hey, it's weird. Nintendo's been doing kind of like, it feels like they've had something almost every week, almost. Because fucking last week was Pokemon, so.
Oh yeah, that's what we talk about.
Yeah, we can mention that. What the fuck?
I forgot to set OBS. I left it at 1440p 60, so I'm gonna have to.
We're at high quality here.
I'm gonna have to stop the stream because I can't keep up, and quickly.
It's gonna lag out. I mean, you think? And I guess there was some Street Fighter 6 stuff last night. Street Fighter 6 and Tekken 8 because of Evo. Although Tekken 8 was like almost a non-factor. It was like, oh, by the way, remember this scene from the first game?
Now here's what it looks like, realistic visuals. So let us know if you guys can hear us, if we're back. Are you watching the stream?
I think they can hear us, but yeah. Say it's an all good or give a thumbs up if we're good. Almost a non-factor. It was like, oh,
yeah, we heard it, the Tekken stuff came through. So
all right, cool. Yeah, the fucking Tekken 8 was like, let me show you 2 seconds of realistic Tekken facial animation. I'm like, cool. All right, we're out.
I'm gonna show you the best thing from Evo. I'm gonna bring it up on Twitter here.
Is it gonna be Street Fighter 6 with Jury and what's her name? The new black character, I forget her name.
Where's the search?
Kimmy?
What the fuck?
All
right,
hold on.
I'll show you right now. I'll show you my Twitter feed.
Oh hell, it's gonna be amazing.
Let me find it.
Find it, damn it. We need to see.
I showed it last week, a part of it, or what I'm kind of leaning towards. So,
all right, let's see.
That girl with the amazing Chun-Li cosplay was there.
Of course she was.
And Susie, the Sphere Hunter, was taking photos with her. And yeah.
Oh, really?
The most amazing cosplay. She's just such a perfect fit. She's just a perfect fit for that character in that.
She got legs for days, bro. Fucking ridiculous,
and
dog.
It's like, every once in a while you'll see somebody trying to cosplay something that's not even close physically. They're not even close. There's more pictures. There's a good one. This girl's like, she might as well just be the model they did the character from, she might as well just be Chun-Li in the game because she.
Hey, look, I don't want to disrespect the model in game because she look based off of some trailers and footage. She's doing a fine job.
Yeah.
I think because I
Look
know
at
the
that.
Evo stuff. The only I think Street Fighter we got jury reveal and new character. I think there was some Guilty Gear stuff, and then Tekken 8. Oh, and there's supposedly a new Fatal Fury coming. That was teased.
Oh yeah.
So
I don't know
that's
anything about any of that. This is all I knew from Evo.
yeah. Well, since Evo focused on fighting games, and because Nintendo was like, well, Sony owns Evo, we're not about that life. Uh, now we just look at every other fighting game going, what's going on over here, guys? You,
Is
you
this
over here?
okay? I think this is
Yeah,
the actual person, the actual Twitter account for the Chun-Li cosplayer, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah. You don't ever just cosplay one
No.
beautiful character. You cosplay them all. Goddamn
It sounds like it's a really good Street Fighter 6 was well received.
I mean, it looks good. Have you looked at like
I
the
didn't see any
trailers?
of the gameplay or anything from Evo. Is this?
I mean, I would at least look at like the newest trailers. It like it genuinely does look good. It looks a lot better. And to give and here's the situation with Street Fighter 5. Street Fighter 5 started off really fucking bad and I think progressively got better. The problem is that with fighting games, if you start off bad, that's your whole fucking game. Yeah, that's the new one, Kimberly. That's the new character, Kimberly and Jury. Jury being from Street Fighter 4 originally, and Kimberly
So I
being
haven't
brand
seen
new.
this yet. I mean, I kind of forgot.
Well, yeah, this came out like last night.
I kind of forgot what the game looked like, to be honest. That's like an ARMS kind of style, that her voice and stuff.
Yeah, she's like a ninja, but she's like from the U.S. It's a very interesting mix.
See, this is how you take a fighting game and just, it looks amazing, it's fast, it's fluid, but it still just looks like if this was a 16-bit era, it would still play like the same. Like the moves would be the same. Like they're adding some flair right here. I don't know. They could have.
Yeah, but I appreciate it because the biggest problem I think 5 had is that 5 every character looked way too chunky and like there wasn't a lot going on. Like I said, 5 got better in a lot of areas as it went on, but the problem is that like its initial debut was so lackluster. Also, you locked it to like the PlayStation and the PC, and it was like it was just too many small things going on. Then here's Jury. Jury, by the way, has been like a fan favorite since 4, which is when she was introduced.
Oh yeah.
You've seen, I know you've seen the character before. She
Doesn't
looks a
ring any
little
bells. Not looking
really.
familiar.
She's a little bit different.
Surprised they're in I'm sure there's cosplay of her then.
Oh, there's hella cosplay of her. She is
Yeah,
she
this
is
is new to me.
ironically enough, speaking, it correlates a lot with Chun-Li because in the games, her and Chun-Li have a very interesting relationship.
Oh yeah.
Like, well, because Chun-Li's a policewoman in the games, and she's
See,
like
this
a,
looks like this looks like Street Fighter still. Like playing Mortal Kombat X, it just nothing about it felt like Mortal Kombat to me. I don't know about all this flashy stuff, or these are like finishers, or just for this trailer.
no, these are the supers probably. Yeah, these. So I imagine some of these actually. If you could pull up just straight gameplay, because obviously this is the trailer.
That's what I thought this was clicking on.
No, I mean it's gameplay in the trailer, but you might just want to get straight gameplay. There we go.
No, this is from a month ago.
Damn it, yeah. That's. I mean, that still gives you an idea what it looks like. But yeah. Or did they only show off the fucking? Did they only show off the goddamn? They may have only shown off the damn. No.
Street Fighter 6 new 20 minutes. That was a month ago, which I haven't seen, so I might as well watch it.
Yeah, but I was like, that'll give you an
Plus
idea
got
of what.
Chun-Li, so.
But first, pizza bread.
Yeah.
If you want to eat some pizza bread. Jesus Christ.
When's this coming out? This year?
Next year. It's in 2023. I like that. I like the vibe. Yeah, I like the vibe we're going with. I'm just curious what it's going to. I'm curious how. Although the roster, by the way, has been leaked.
Is he a drunken master, that dude? Because he's got a sake
Yeah.
jar.
Drunken. Yeah, he uses the drunk. I think there's another. Ooh,
That's the same. That's the same girl. That's the girl from
God,
cosplay.
nah, them guys. I feel like what they've done. All right, so give context. Chun-Li, although was always ass heavy, don't get it twisted. Uh, Chun-Li has never been this fucking bottom heavy before. I
Yeah,
think they
those-
traded. I think her breast got smaller to increase the thickness, and I'm a little conflicted about it. But I think overall it's a net positive. Although I think the most interesting thing about I've heard in interviews and talks to this game, they really wanted to keep the more national heritage. Like for example, Chun-Li's finally voiced by like a Chinese woman this time versus like an American, like
That's
she's
good.
always been.
Yeah, they went
I
a
think
little bit with the thigh, a little overboard, I think.
I don't give a fuck, bruh. I just can't. See that visual art style I think works. I think
Looks
I think the flourish is great. Might actually play this on the next Xbox.
Maybe it'll be on Game Pass one day.
Yeah, yeah, probably actually. It looks good though. I think this will come out. Like I said, 5 got better over time, but it's just people just didn't want to put up with the fucking. No one that first impression will make or break. Fighting games always have the weirdest life, any video game, like any genre, because it's realistically fighting games for the casual market usually last maybe a couple of weeks to a couple of months, and that's it. Most people who play fighting games consistently, you're playing competitive, and if you're not playing competitive, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. There's also been a couple. I'm actually scrolling through some of the other announcements. We got King of Fighters 15 DLC, a bunch of rollback netcode games ported, which is great because for those who don't know, rollback netcode is like the best type of online you want. For fighting games, that's like the best kind of network connection you can get. And then it looks like mainly that I think that King of Fighters tease was probably the biggest thing out of Evo, unless you were just excited for Tekken 8. Granted, Tekken 7's been going on since fucking what was it, 2015 or some shit. Tekken 7's been out for a minute. Hold on, just to quickly check. Tekken 7's been out for a while. Tekken 7 came out in 2015. So it's been long overdue. It's been fucking 7 years. After all that DLC, you're gonna tease me with a 2-second tease of a face. You don't even get to see any fucking footage.
I mean, I don't care about Tekken. I never did. But
Yeah.
all right, so I'm gonna switch gears here.
Go for it.
Share the screen again. So
hell.
I was watching Rocket League, and in the intermission, I seen Girlfriend Reviews was streaming.
Oh, MultiVersus.
See, you probably knew it was MultiVersus, but I thought they were fucking playing Fortnite. He's on this menu because he wasn't on Wonder Woman. It didn't save where I was. It was like LeBron James.
Yeah.
This shape right here, this text is straight out of fucking Fortnite. The art style looks like Fortnite to me, like the characters.
I could see Wonder Woman is probably the worst example of like the art. The problem is that MultiVersus has to come with a weird universal art style because you're dealing with characters
I know.
that are so vastly different from each other.
But they were like trying to get invites because there's no local co-op, even if you have the same system.
Is this the first time you saw MultiVersus?
I mean, I remember hearing about the game, but I was just like, first I was like, why are they playing Fortnite? And then they're like, oh, she's like, I don't know how to play. He's like, oh, it's just like Smash. And I'm like, oh, it's that game.
Yeah.
And then, but I just couldn't get over the fact that, like, it's just such obvious, like.
It's an obvious clone.
I mean, if you're gonna copy Smash gameplay, like, why does it look like Fortnite? And I know Jace clocked it and Robert were like, who cares? But I'm like, I immediately don't give a fuck if they don't even have the skill or desire or effort to come up with their own like HUD and stuff. Like, to me, it's just like, why would I think care at all about anything else they do in this game. Like that's some basic shit. Even like the way this plus is here, like when you add other party members, yeah, it's not carbon copy, it's not identical. But when I thought they were playing Fortnite until it became clear they weren't. That to me, that's just fucking. That's just laziness.
Hey,
You can't.
Robert.
You know, they were going through like the battle pass, and I was like, you can't. It's like they just said, "Fuck it." That's what kids know. That's what we're gonna call it. They're gonna
I
have a battle
mean,
pass. We're gonna have the same
I
layout, the
think
same concepts.
multiverses will. It's kind of like Smash in the sense that you can't really sell multiverses on gameplay other than if you like Smash Brothers, like here's
That's
this.
what I'm saying. Why I would expect more of a copy of Smash Brothers like style than I don't know. It
Well,
just
I
looks
don't know.
weird
I
to me.
don't
This
really.
just looks straight out of like the Epic store, like an Epic game, right? That I don't know. That's what I'm
I
seeing.
mean, I see your point in terms of the sameness. I think it hurts the DC characters more than it hurts anybody else, though.
Yeah,
Like I think it hurts like Superman,
because
Batman,
I
Wonder
wonder if
Woman more
Wonder
than.
Woman or any of these characters are in Fortnite. I wonder how they look in Fortnite. Because to me, they
Mm,
could be in.
I,
You
how
could
about
place
the
that
old,
character.
man,
I like, man,
multiverses.
these damn multiverses, these menus be looking like Fortnite, man.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
mean,
If
they're
they
kind
don't even have the drive or talent or energy to come up with their own fucking HUD and stuff, like that just tells me they just don't. They don't give a shit about this game. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, to be fair, I've heard that like actual gameplay wise, it's really solid. Like mechanically and
I didn't hear
competitively, it's
that.
really solid. You
yeah,
haven't heard it?
mechanically,
It's
yeah,
really
Donkey
really.
said it
mechanically
was
I've heard.
pretty, or not Donkey. Whoever, well, obviously they're Matt from Girlfriend Reviews was playing it. They weren't raving about it, but
I mean, yeah, from competitive wise, people are like getting into like deep in terms of like mechanics and shit.
Yeah, like it's essentially it's of the Smash clones we have. It's
It's
probably
the
one.
apparently the
It's the
best one of the best
yeah,
ones.
yeah,
Like
and
they had it
it
like they were talking
and,
about like I mean a lot of the all the characters a lot of the characters act or like move sets for them. Like it's not like just
and it's
Finn the dog uses his hands and only his hands and then his feet. You know what I mean? Like he turns into transforms, he stretches. He does it like in the show Adventure Time and shit. You know, so it's like
it does have that. I don't know how to describe it. I'm not gonna say fake. What's the word? It's like I guess homogenous. It feels very like, but that's visuals, not
yeah,
necessarily
I'm just
gameplay.
like I'm not feeling any of the visual. And like I said, when I turned on the stream and I thought that I'm like, why are they playing Fortnite? Yeah, it's not a
what?
carbon copy.
Are you
No,
serious?
they
You
weren't
actually
playing the
thought
game.
that?
They were at the menu.
Oh,
He
the
was
menu,
going
the
through
menu,
the
the menu,
battle
the menu.
pass
Gotcha,
and
gotcha, gotcha,
stuff.
gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like,
Okay.
why are they playing Fortnite? Like
This is probably the closest Smash clone
So I'm
we'll
just
get,
like,
mainly because
we
it's
didn't
the
get into the
only other.
discussion of the gameplay. I was just like starting off with what just struck me as like, it's just so unoriginal. I'm like, yeah, it's not that important, but is it? And now I'm looking at like this is the most I've actually seen of the
Gameplay.
of gameplay. I don't really care for what's going on with the numbers. Like it's something different. You got your damage attached to the character, but to me that was a bad choice. Now I'm just kind
Well,
of
yeah, I mean, I agree with that. I think
that was
they
a
should
dumb
just keep it
choice.
on the lower spot. Keep it on the low. Or look, they even have their little
Up
icons
above,
at the top.
yeah,
On the top, they could put it up
yeah.
there.
There's to me like visually, I don't like what I'm seeing here. And I mean, when you're playing it, you don't think about that, but it's a weird choice. And then to have like the perks and stuff, like the it's the
I
free to
mean that.
play
I mean
shit.
that's the problem with when you
Oh,
clone
I
when
don't
you
know about
call
that stuff, the perk stuff. I'm not. I
Well, it's
didn't
when
got
you
you
really
got
understand.
daily challenges and all. That's how you earn
but you
the
have to. I
perks and
mean, let's be
stuff.
real here. You have to differentiate yourself in some way. So I think that was the
Do you have
like.
to buy any of the characters or no?
You
I
don't have
don't.
to, but
I think it's free to
I
play,
don't
isn't
think
it?
you can unlock a bunch.
Because we're actually, I think we're still technically in beta,
I
aren't
think
we?
you
I
got
don't
to
even
have the
think we.
battle pass in order to unlock the characters, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Hold on. I can just look this up.
But
I
then
don't
you
know what
can
the fuck.
buy. I think you can pay like $20 and just get all the characters and everything unlocked, or you get enough tokens to unlock all the characters.
Yeah, I'm just gonna check real quick. I don't know why the fuck I didn't just do that.
And it's like I don't mind. Honestly, the weird thing is I don't mind someone trying to create a competition for Smash, create something Smash like. It's just that everything else to me is just like, it just feels so uninspired. It just feels like
Well, it's
we
definitely
need that
uninspired. I
Fortnite.
mean,
Visually uninspired. I'm not talking about the game.
I mean, even
What about this tells you like man, they really went all out. Look at this stage. Like there's nothing like visually going on here. It's just
unfortunately, and it is
it's
just
lame.
the honest truth that nothing's gonna even come half as good as Smash just for some fact. I mean, we're talking about Sakurai and their fucking Bandai Namco team. Like
Okay, so if you
you're talking about the top tier developers in the
Yeah,
world.
but
I'm
this
just
looks
admittedly
like
you're just not gonna see it. You're just not gonna see it.
so apparently if you buy the packs, the cheapest pack is $40.
now this stage looks a little better.
There's a couple of different packs you can get. The cheapest one I see is $40.
$40? Fuck.
And
Yeah.
what's in the pack exactly?
It says 15 character tickets, one banner, which is a rare one apparently, and then 30 Gleamium, which I guess is the
What do you think the
currency.
T-Rex
And
is
the
doing in the
character,
Batcave?
what is it?
Say what?
Why do you think there's a T-Rex in the Batcave here?
Are they doing that thing PlayStation All Stars did, where they like combined levels, like they combine
Now you got bat
levels
suits, you
between?
got the cave, and there's this T-Rex. But that's
I don't.
just that was.
Is there a reference? It might be a reference. I have no clue. I don't.
I have no idea.
Yeah,
It's not like they own
I've read.
Jurassic Park.
No.
That's one of the weirder ones.
But
Oh,
like
let
this
me.
stage is more interesting than the first stage. It just like I said, visually, there's on no level.
Well, I
is
mean,
this
look
game
at. I
doing
mean, the
anything for
one
me.
original unique character is a random reindeer
Yeah, that's
dog
just
thing.
like
That thing looks
that's your
so
original
unappealing.
character.
You know what I mean? Like that's not really
Oh
a
wow,
cool looking.
That's what I'm
the
saying, man.
the founders pack is 100.
But
If I didn't
again,
know
like
any
what's
different,
what's the character? What is it called? You said it's a character. What
It's what?
in it? There's character somethings.
It's like 30 character tickets.
And what is that? Like what is that?
that's how you
I
unlock characters. But I don't know
I
how
think
many
that's just how you
tickets.
only.
How many tickets
Yeah,
are
I guess
required to unlock a character? Because there isn't 30 characters.
Oh no. Oh,
players will be granted 30 character tickets, which can be used to
'cause I
instantly unlock individual characters as they become available.
okay. Because I thought what it was really. So since it's free to play, my mind says you have the whole roster, but as with everything, it's just cosmetics and
I think
stuff
you
like
can
that's what I
only.
thought.
No, from what it's saying is you're unlocking characters with
I
these
think it's
tickets.
the Killer Instinct thing where whatever character that day, that week is the free to play character. That's who you play as, or your
It's also weird.
or if
It's also
everybody
weird to
has the
see.
same starter character. I'm not sure.
Ironically
I,
enough,
that'd be hard
unfortunately,
to believe.
I feel like this art style benefits maybe the cartoon-ish
Oh
characters
yeah,
more than
for
anything
sure.
else. And then,
Of
and then
course.
you see fucking random Game of
But
Thrones
like,
character. I'm like,
I
all
mean, I'm
right.
just
I don't know why,
obviously
PlayStation All Stars did the whole thing where they just
2,
kind
5,
of
6,
took
8,
them
10, 12.
from each
There's
other.
only
Like they
7
didn't do
teams.
a cohesive art style, and I think that could have actually maybe worked in this type of game. To be honest,
See, I'm not against the cartoony look of the DC characters. Like I don't actually mind the characters. It just everything else just feels like
I
they
think the
just had
problem is
the
they're
team
doing
of
that
not so
thing.
talented people. Let's get this game out and let's start making some money. That's just what it feels like. Maybe that's not what happened, but that's what it feels like.
Well, the
again,
fact
from
that
what I've heard though, it's a fun fucking game. Like all I've heard is like
Are from
people.
are Smash
I keep
Brothers
hearing.
players saying that, or just general
Well, in general, man,
population?
I'm literally like I'm going on random tweets of of random things, and I see that name being popped up pretty
Are you
often as
sure?
versus blah blah blah. Really cool.
I mean, it might be fun to people that either played Smash or don't even never touch Smash in their life. And it's a fun idea for a game, no doubt about it. And it's one of those. I don't know how much depth there
And
is to
again,
the moves.
like apparently on EvoWise, who are doing the signups, who are really
That's a
trying to get
long-ass
competitive
ad.
with it. At least.
Oh, apparently
But
you can rotate the free players you can use. That's what it is. So if you just got it straight free, you don't get all the characters. You can't unlock all the characters, but you can rotate which free characters you use. Which
and even on Donkey's video was funny, but in the comment section I saw people say like I super disagree with this, man. I'm really loving it, blah blah. So I mean,
it's a fine. I don't think there's a It'll mainly
If
be
one of
sold
you
off
guys that I
off
know
his IP.
plays Smash, like said, yeah, this is legit. Let's play this, like legit, not just this is gonna be fun for an hour, like Knockout whatever it's called,
Knockout Boys, Knockout
Knockout
City.
City.
Yeah,
That's
Knockout
the
City.
thing. Is it fun for an hour? Or is there a ton of depth that it's gonna be fun months from now, or like?
Part of the reason why I wasn't interested is the fact that it is so closely connected to Smash. Because here's the thing, for all intents and purposes, I would argue we've been getting smashed out in terms of like content and playing that game. So to get another game that follows the same a similar play style, it doesn't really get me excited because I'm like, I'm already
Might as
kind
well
of
just
burnt
play
out on
Smash
Smash
anyway.
Yeah, I'm already burnt out on Smash as it is. Do I
Are
really
you?
want to play another?
We barely play Smash.
When I say burnout, I mean like in terms of that gameplay style. Like it's not one of those things where I'm like, yeah, I really wish we had another game that played kind of like Smash.
Oh, you just mean having another game?
Yeah,
like
because it's not like it's like what you said before. If I'm gonna play a Smash like game, why wouldn't I just play Smash?
Play Smash, for us that all have the
Yeah,
game and stuff.
I mean, well, I think also another thing is that just what's it called? What was I gonna say? I'll come back.
All I know
wow.
is I'm gonna keep saying it. I don't care what you say. This is some uninspired ass fucking art style, HUD.
Oh man,
everything about the visuals in this game are just completely uninspired looking. Like some of these cartoons or animations that they're inspired by have really unique, cool art styles, and this just what the fuck is this? It's like
it's mainly because you couldn't really imitate all. You couldn't imitate everything, like really.
But
like,
even if you're gonna have a stage pulled from something, you can still do it and have it look cool. Like
give me an example.
Okay.
Give me an example. Like
that stage reminds me of Immortals, yo.
It does visually. It does.
This is probably
but to give examples, like I've seen episodes of Adventure Time. I've seen Steven Universe. I've seen obviously Scooby Doo and whatnot. Most of those art styles don't really work together unless you simplify things, and so they kind of went with this.
But they can go the PlayStation All Stars route.
I wouldn't mind if they had a realistic Arya Stark fighting a cartoony Shaggy. I don't understand.
That's the PlayStation All Stars route.
Like I said in the beginning, this looks familiar to all the kids that fucking spend all their time and parents' money playing Fortnite. They go to this and it looks very familiar. Like it's not some drastic change. Even though, like I said, the menu, that's probably what their goal was, is let's make this as familiar as possible.
You know what makes it even funnier?
Sorry, I haven't checked the chat in a while.
Lenny just reminded me, this game is on every platform but one.
It's not on Switch?
It's not on Switch. It's on Epic Game Stores.
Well, they probably want it to run decent.
It's on Epic Game Stores, on Steam, Xbox Series X, Xbox One, PS4, PS5.
There's no Switch. I didn't realize that.
I didn't realize that, and then I went, "Oh, that would make perfect sense."
I feel Visors probably hit the nail on the head because people, I don't know, it wasn't as big of fanfare, but that Nickelodeon game when they got the Avatar Last Airbender characters, like, oh, you got to Smash. You're playing as Avatar characters in a Smash type game, and it's like, if people are talking about this game 2 weeks from now, on any level, people are still playing it, then yeah, I might say, okay, there might be some depth to it. But this feels like one of those, because I watch a lot of reaction channels, but they don't react usually to games. It's usually movies and shows. But they'll all react to the same thing. The new Jurassic World Dominion's coming out. All of a sudden, all these channels started reacting to Jurassic Park, Jurassic Lost World, Jurassic Park 2. Yeah. And it's like, so I'd be curious if this multiverse was the thing people were streaming last weekend, because that's Girlfriend Reviews was playing. I'm like, what? Like I said, I thought it was Fortnite at first, and I'm like, what are they playing? And then I'll see sponsored streams for that Until Dawn's spiritual successor, the Quarry. All of a sudden one day I'm like, 3 streamers I watch are all playing the Quarry on like a Saturday, and none of them ever stream it. I'm like, what is going on? It turns out they were all sponsored videos and
sponsored streams.
And I don't know that these were any sponsored ones, but it kind of feels like, hey, it's the new game, it's free to play, I might as well stream it.
Well,
If
yeah, I mean, when is it not? Again, every week there's always a new game that
But
people
what
are
I'm
going to
saying
the
is, if
stream
this
for. Like,
game is, if people are
oh,
legit, hey, this game's actually solid, the gameplay's good, there's, it's fun. If a couple weeks go by and there's still people talking about this game, playing this game, then I'll say, all right, maybe the gameplay is good. I'm not really gonna buy anything at this point without playing, trying it for myself. But
yeah.
it just feels like this is gonna be forgotten in a couple
Also,
weeks.
comparing it to that Nickelodeon game, people I don't know if people remember the game still has DLC coming out. Like they literally just released something like what was it like a few days ago actually. They added like Neutron characters and shit. Like I fucking like
Well,
people
that
what
one Nickelodeon also, I feel bad because I remember like I think it was like four viewers or something streaming. Like that was like that was
the
it was
pr-
like
the the problem I think
it
people
was
gotta
also
understand.
$50. You know.
Yeah, like trying to. I mean, here's my thing with Smash clones. Like the multiverses kind of gets the level of play it's getting currently. A is because it has a just as viable list of characters. I mean, you're grabbing everything from like Hanna-Barbera to fucking Game of Thrones. You
Mm-hmm.
have a decent character roster, but also like it's a free to play game. Because if you told me I had to spend $50, although you kind of do to get the characters,
Yeah,
honestly, because
basically, that's
like
just
like the tier is free 40, 50, I mean free 40, 60, and then 100. That's
just
your
let
tiers.
me say, okay, you have the free to play 1 week. You can play a character. Oh, I really like this character. Let me spend $2 or $3 and just unlock that character forever, and I'll just play as that character. You know what? That's the whole pricing structure seems completely fucking stupid too. Like, the battle pass should be $10. Now that should unlock, if I play enough, I should be able to earn to unlock characters. Maybe you can, maybe, but if you have to pay for the base game on top of that, that's just stupid. Like in Rocket League, they have a $10 battle pass. If I played one, probably 2 to 4 hours a week, by the time that the season ended, I had enough to buy the next battle pass with in-game currency. Plus, I got all the cars because you unlock cars. Now, if I wanted this new Bronco Raptor that just came out, then yeah, you got to go out and spend $5 for that particular car. That's not part of the.
Also, Danny did mention a couple of differences gameplay wise with it. Seems to be mentioned it's less button mashy. It's more focused on 2v2s, which I guess that could kind of help it stick. I guess the problem is when your core is that close to your inspiration, it doesn't matter as much. Like, oh, but we got this kind of subtle difference, and we have this subtle
Well, yeah.
difference.
Well, here's the thing that I think could set it apart. You have a long list of characters that are iconic. So get solid gameplay. I don't care if you do exactly like Smash or really close, and just put some fucking effort. For me, just my 43-year-old self, if I see some what look like some actual effort put into making it at least look unique, do something different, have a cool art style. Maybe some people love it, but if you have like just a very unique, like standout art style, to me that's gonna, oh wow. As long as the gameplay, it could be as what it is now, but if they had some kind of like just badass looking, super cool, like I don't even know what, like cell shaded, like really unique art style, that would stand out to people more so than just the general uh, what do you call it?
Very corporate safe, you could say. I don't know.
Yeah, very safe. Like I said, I think they're just trying to get the kids that are playing Fortnite. Hey, this looks familiar. I know this menu system. I know how this looks. This looks like what I'm used to. Mom, can I have some money? Dad, where's the credit card? And let me buy this battle pass or whatever. Like that's what I
Mm.
feel like every CEO of these game companies' dream is to have the next Fortnite. I guarantee you, since
Oh yeah.
Fortnite's been popular, there's probably
Well,
been,
even fucking Sega, they want to make
yeah,
they call it the Ultra game or something like that. They're working on making an
these
Ultra game.
companies are seeing those earnings reports from Fortnite. Just I think on PlayStation alone, it was bringing like a billion, or Switch, one of the two was bringing in a billion a year, and it's like they're seeing that, they're all fucking dreaming of that. They're probably trust me, I work for a company that was bought out by a big corporation. I've heard the ideas from the top that are just like face palm, like, are you fucking kidding me? That's not gonna work. And then we do it, and then it doesn't work, you know. And I just know there's just like we gotta do this. How can we do this? How can we make this $1 billion?
Well,
And,
they also gotta realize that like Smash built up to that. Like you're talking about a game franchise that started in the like what late '90s.
1999 exactly, man.
Yeah,
When I was
late
young.
'90s.
Yeah.
Went from '99 all the way up to like to now. That wasn't like overnight success. We're
Mhm.
making billions of dollars and shit. You're talking about like that gameplay style and that series solidified itself over the course of over 20 fucking years.
I'm sorry, what series? I was reading the chat.
Oh, Smash.
Oh, okay.
Smash. Like it's like when you're trying to copy Smash, like that wasn't like we came out the gate making billions of dollars. Like that was a steady and consistent climb, building upon like the base. And we still in hell Smash it for all the love it gets still has its misses. Like Brawl doesn't get as much love as the other ones, mainly because of its weird design choices. But still, like
No, but to be fair though, if we're being honest, that's just the if you were to ask the everyday person, people love
I didn't
Brawl.
enjoy Brawl either.
Brawl's awesome.
damn, undercut
Brawl's
Robert
all
is Crow,
I
you
mean,
shouldn't even say
there's really nothing. It didn't even
Bro-
seem like it was worth even releasing, in my opinion, other than some of the
What?
characters.
wow, that's crazy.
I've never heard that. What?
I
It's
wouldn't
like,
have said that.
what
That's
did
a
it-
little reckless.
Honestly, what did it do over Melee that was just like, oh my god, I want to play this over Melee?
Bro,
It was
just like with every other Smash, they added new character, the subspace
I
emissary,
mean,
the new characters.
but Subspace, was that better than the adventure mode in Melee for
No,
I think so.
Subspace
I didn't think so.
Subspace wasn't even good to begin
You
with.
didn't, bro. The adventure mode was a few stages.
It went a few.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
that was it.
I was compelled to
No,
play
no,
through 'em
Robert,
with each
Robert.
character.
I want to this context. Do you remember how long Subspace Emissary took?
Yes,
That game, that shit dragged. Like,
I loved it. Yeah, I
But
remember
here's
loving it.
but it dragged. And here's
But
the
I
other
remember
thing.
the only part that dragged was the gray maze. The gray maze when you start to go and you have to go back and do like every other thing again and everything. I was like, all right, yo, what do we do? What do we do?
The problem with Great Emissary is that it for a Nintendo game with all these characters and shit, it was very un-Nintendo. Here's these non-Nintendo enemies you're fighting, except for the couple of Goomba and like Koopa Troopers that were popping up. You know, you got all these fucking various Nintendo franchises to pull from. Didn't do shit with it. Had these weird bosses that came out of nowhere with only a couple that actually were referenced from games. Like you fought Ridley in one of them and whatnot. And then to like cap it off, let me throw you in this long ass maze that you're just going frontwards and backwards and backtracking.
The maze was the lowest point of the whole thing.
And it's the end of the damn section. It's the end of the fucking
end of the
story
game.
mode.
I'm not saying Brawl was like terrible or anything. I'm just
No, it's not.
to
It's
me
not.
it's like
Actually,
It
Well,
was
if
a
you
problem.
think it shouldn't even be released, it sounds like
to me it didn't. The problem
Brawl-
with the Wii, for some games, I could put Mario Kart in this too.
Oh
was-
hell no, man! That's
There
crazy.
just wasn't enough. Just like the power gap was so small that they just. I feel like.
So you wanted a bunch of ports?
I think
Something?
Mario Kart.
What, a bunch of
we
GameCube ports?
had some fun moments and it actually had online for the first time, like decent online.
That's massive. That's not to be understated. That's
It's
massive.
not like it was great though. I mean, it was.
It was.
worked.
I legit.
No,
Everyone always talks
we're
about.
talking
I don't remember
about
ever
Mario
like
Kart. You're
disconnecting
talking
a bunch of times.
You're talking about Mario Kart Wii.
There was a
right?
lot. I
Yeah,
mean,
Mario
there would
Kart
be
Wii.
players just telling.
Mario Kart Wii arguably had the best online of
It
any
was the best for
Yeah.
the Wii, but I'm saying
Yeah.
like. I mean, yeah, the online was cool.
The
That's
the
the only
biggest
reason I
issue-
played it though.
That's massive.
That's the
No,
only
no.
reason I played Mario Kart Wii.
and you're making it like that's like, oh yeah, I just.
I know,
played
but the
a-
rest of the rest of the game, I didn't
That
go
is
through the
fucking
cups.
massive.
I didn't feel like
Do you
going
know
through the cups.
how many times are we saying just bring an F-Zero add online and call it a day? That's what we're saying. Exactly. You add Mario Kart's new console. You have motion control. You got
Listen.
fucking motorcycles. You got
So
brand new
let me
courses.
say this
You know,
about
take
Mario
out the
Kart.
double dash shit, and boom, you have an
me-
amazing ass
let
game
me-
with awesome online.
let me
Mario
say
Kart
this
was a
about
Awesome
masterpiece.
online. I bet it's
Let me
in
say-
the bottom
let me say this
tier
about
for
Mario
almost
Kart Wii, though.
most Mario Kart
Mario
lists.
Kart
Hell
Wii
no.
Mario Kart Wii is I think until 8 was one of the most successful Mario Karts
It
of
was
its time.
It was huge.
But like
successful.
like
One
in
of
ter-
it's literally like
But
the
listen,
second still.
but what I'm saying is, as a game in itself, it's probably the most dumbed down of the Mario Karts.
No, it's not.
Have you
But you
you
know, it's like
all
the
you need
melee.
to
It's like
win
the melee of
all you
Mario
need
Kart.
to win races is get on a bike. That was it.
And that, you know why? Because you had to be good at the fucking bike, bro. You'd be doing go
No, you
crazy
didn't.
type
No, you
shit.
didn't. No, you
And
didn't.
no, you didn't.
No, you
Okay, let's go and verse 10 other people right now. Go on Mario Kart right now online and fucking download the fan servers
people had to
and
get
get your ass
good.
kicked by all those people still playing.
Yeah, because they're
No.
fucking teleporting all over there because of the damn. I don't know what.
Nah, come on, it
People-
wasn't that bad like that.
I mean, that happened on 8 at times too, where you hit them with the shell and they just keep going because they got some kind of. They're too far away. But I don't know, man. I don't know what era you grew up. I know what era you grew up in, but to the Mario Kart going
I don't
from
know how old
Super
you
Mario
think you
Kart.
are.
64 for me was a bit of a miss, but a lot of people love it. Then you had the Game Boy Advance and the DS game, and then Double Dash was loved. And then to me, we just felt like, oh, okay, so I guess they decided to put out a new Mario Kart game, and it just didn't feel like
I'm telling
that big of a deal.
It's legit.
Yeah, it was sold
Even
in-
to this
To be
day, they
fair,
still
we-
have those fan servers, and it's legit. It's truly like the melee of Mario Kart, where it's just like people still play it, and it's like
well, that's
fucked up with the the
people
item
love
balance
that.
is all out of whack in
Yeah,
that game.
people
To be
love
fair,
that.
the item balance is
exploits,
super out of
the
whack.
exploits they can do, and just like in
Like melee.
Yeah, so for me, that was just Melee and Mario Kart Wii kind of. I put them in the same. Like they didn't have. For me personally, didn't have much of a wow factor. Yeah, online was definitely nice in Mario Kart Wii, but I didn't really like. Oh my god, I want to go through all these cups. I want to get 3 stars. I just didn't feel that for that game.
Bro, you had some amazing. And the end of the day, and that's how. Look, that's how I see it. Like, it's a new Mario Kart. You had some awesome new tracks. Toad's Factory, Warriors Gold Mine, fucking Mushroom Gorge that came back. Like, there's so many awesome ass tracks. That's what we need in a Mario Kart. You need a
I
Mario.
disagree
They had the
because
bikes. They had the Wi-Fi, the internet. It's a new Mario Kart.
I'm gonna be hugely disappointed if Mario Kart 9 is just Mario Kart 8 mechanics with new tracks. And maybe
No, I would agree with that. But again, the difference is going from Double Dash to Mario Kart Wii. They changed. There's no more the whole Double Dash thing. So now you have tighter things than Mario Kart 64, which may sound controversial to people. I know people love, but that shit is a little bit wonky. Those controls, whatever. The physics are like, you gotta really learn.
in trouble, man.
But Mario Kart Wii for the first time, without the whole Double Dash, you get a truly like, you could say more modern Mario Kart experience with online, with they added the bikes and all that. That's what makes it like new, and motion controls, all that. So yeah, if you did kind of that type of step for Mario Kart 9, that would feel really minor today because you already had online, you already had motion controls, you already had this, you know what I mean? But like, I can't give
I get it. I mean, yeah,
slap Mario Kart Wii because that's big. It's a big
it's
step
still
for its history.
for how well it sold to me. Just
It was
I'm
on the
glad
Wii,
they
man.
took that money. I'm glad they took that money, and it felt like they really invested into Mario Kart 8.
I'm glad they took the
Yeah.
money and invested it
Yeah.
properly.
It wasn't just like, oh, let's just do the same thing. Like they actually pushed Mario Kart 8 like on every
agree.
level,
Definitely.
and just sucks they're still pushing Mario Kart 8 because it's like at this point I don't even know what they could do for 9. I mean, they could have. I mean, everything could have went differently, but imagine all these tracks you're getting now would have been added to Mario Kart 9 if that had come out in like 20.
Yeah, but even then, like but we know
2019.
that with these tracks, like I said, they're remastered. They aren't truly remade, for these. So like in the end of the day, when they come, a few of them are gonna at least come to Mario Kart 9. They're going to look drastically different.
Yeah, I would hope
You know what I
that
mean?
they put some whatever. New
I would be
element.
stunned if they don't. If they don't, then it'd be like.
Because my favorite of the retro, I like a mix of, hey, we're keeping this flat. This is gonna play just like Donut Plains 3 did back then. It's gonna play like that, and then also like when they take one and they added the Mario Circuit whatever from Game Boy or DS where they added the tracks lifted up and you added a zero GL
Yeah, you're talking
or
about
gravity
that's
element.
that's from Game
So
Boy.
I like the mixture of both. I don't want one or all the other. I definitely don't want them all to be the flat original track, and I don't want them all to
Yeah.
be altered. But I was just thinking, like, if let's say they don't put out deluxe, and in 2018 you got Mario Kart 9, and then now you're getting all this DLC for 9. To me, that would been more exciting.
I mean, of course, it'd be 100% more exciting.
I don't know. I
100%.
don't envy the team either because what you gonna do to follow up
I know.
Mario Kart 8 and deluxe?
Honestly, generally, track editor, man. Make a track editor. That's massive.
Yeah,
That's
I
massive.
mean,
You can have your normal cups and stuff, but then, I mean, then you have your own, tracks. Like they did F-Zero track editor back in fucking
well, look
early
at what that
2000s or
dude did
whatever
with the
for Japan
Sonic.
only.
The mod community did with that Sonic track.
Exactly. So like that's why
Lenny
like
said,
that
I just saw
that
Lenny's
can be
joke.
huge.
If you don't like Brawl, you're tripping. That was a good one, Lenny. I don't think Terrell got it.
Wait, I didn't miss it. I'm sorry.
If you don't like Brawl, you're tripping.
Oh, well played. Well played.
So
I was looking up something because I was confused by what Donnie said in the chat about fucking Guilty Gear. But go ahead, sorry.
yeah, I think I don't know how many new amazing ideas they can have for Mario Kart. I hope it doesn't become like the Forza Horizon where it's just like, okay, it's a new setting, still a great game, but
That's how I kind of felt about Mario Kart 7 personally.
yeah, Mario Kart 7, I think I have 10 hours in the game. I was
I know
completely
people
underwhelmed.
probably,
Some people
maybe
say it's
that's
one of their best, but
no, but the thing is, it's still a great game. Like, it's not even remote. Like, it's obviously a fantastic Mario Kart, blah blah blah. But it's that is like what I was saying. Like, that's like Mario Kart Wii, the neck. You know what I mean?
you know what
It would be what
I
it
got
be.
to admit, I was thinking basically what I was saying about Wii is that's more about how I felt about 7 because going from Wii to 7
That's what I'm saying.
almost
Going
felt
from Wii to
like a
7 or something.
lateral, almost a negative in a few areas. I got to
Really?
admit, I was thinking more. My feelings for 7, I was portraying as my feelings towards Wii, because 7 was like, what? Why? Why not? Why would I play this over Wii? Or and then when
Wii.
Mario Kart 8 came out, why would I play? There's nothing about 7 to me that says play me over or Wii or 8. Like it's just one of those games that for me was just okay. This is just now it's on the 3DS, and it's actually a lesser experience I felt. But I didn't put that much time into it, and I wasn't huge into the 3DS. I didn't play a lot of games.
I mean, me too. I wasn't massive into
That game
3DS.
to me is just like, what is your point of existence, other than it
To
definitely
have a
is
Mario Kart on
the
the
best.
3DS.
It was the best looking Mario Kart game on a handheld, ever.
Yeah.
That's the one thing it had. It had a couple really good tracks. DK Jungle's a good one.
I mean, there's again like with every, and that's the thing is like for me at least, going from Mario Kart, go Mario Kart Wii to Mario Kart 7. I didn't play a lot of the 3DS, but it's just like it's still a great game. But it's what I'm thinking like if you were to just make new tracks, you still have your online, but it's just handheld version. But it's tough because Mario Kart 9.
I
don't
think
know. Yeah,
Mario Kart
I don't know what they
7,
would do.
to me, that's what it would be if Mario Kart 9, they just, okay, it's just, you have your zero gravity, you have your underwater, you have your gliding, here's new tracks.
Yeah.
That to me would be like Mario Kart 7. Yeah, there's nothing fundamentally wrong with it. It's still a fun game. It might have a couple really amazing tracks, but overall, like,
But
is
if it's a powerful console, and you
Well-
get your 4K,
well, they
it'd
might
a
be able to
big-
push
big-
some really cool stuff like.
big visual leap. Maybe you might get something.
How big is the leap? Is my question.
But
You
just
would
remember
think it
people
would be
talking
decent
about.
at least because it'd be Wii U to, we're not even talking about Switches, but it'd be a Wii U
Yeah.
leap to something else.
But you remember how everyone was talking about the replay mode and Mario's mustache and Luigi's
Yeah.
death stare? That shit
Uh-huh.
doesn't happen without more powerful system. That doesn't happen on the Wii. They can't have
Yeah.
those little details that really took it to the next level. So it's not just about the raw resolution and output. It's all
Yeah.
the shit they could. Your tires picked up sand. You come out of the water
Yeah.
and you probably just pick up sand. People love the little details like that. They love that stuff. That adds to a game that was already greatly improved just gameplay wise over 7 and Wii. Just the physics, the controls, everything was tightened to, it was the best playing Mario Kart game. There's really, you might not be your favorite to play, but just objectively speaking, it was the best controlling, most responsive Mario Kart game that I think I've ever played in 3D. Maybe.
Well, yeah, I would agree. And then Mario Kart 8 just enhances that. They dial it to 11. They add the insane visual flair, amazing tracks, and new anti-gravity stuff. And that's why Mario Kart 8 felt so grand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
But
if Mario
like,
Kart 9 on the next
I don't know what
system,
I don't know
then
what they can
maybe
do.
it has, I don't know, just HDR would take Mario Kart to for if you have a nice TV, that would elevate the wow factor, and that's just one little thing they could do now. Like literally, they could update the Switch dock on the OLED and add HDMI 2.1 support and turn on HDR, and that would already like be a nice bump for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So, there, who knows what they could come up with for ideas for the little details if they have, because at this
I
point
definitely
there's,
think track editor would be
yeah,
big.
track editor with good tools. Don't just make it
Yeah, oh, yeah,
simplistic. Let me
yeah.
actually make, I don't know
I
if
think you
I.
should be able to even be able to like draw. You know what I mean? Like draw out the
What
layout.
about
That could be cool.
making the
Oh,
tools
that'd be
they
cool.
give you
Huge.
are the same ones they use to make every track? So you'd be able to make anything like they do for trials. It might be a huge learning curve, but
I was gonna say. I mean, what they used, I'm sure it's something
well,
really
that's what
like.
trials did. They put the same tools they use to make
Oh,
tracks.
that's right. That's right. That's right. But I would assume Mario Kart would be. I doubt. I don't. I would love to see the behind the scenes of how it's made, but I
Yeah.
don't know if it is
Well,
it
if a
really
modding
like that.
community can make a fucking Sonic track, I would
Yeah,
think
that's true. That's
Nintendo
true.
could
Right.
put
Right.
something in the game.
Dude, those trials. Honestly, my favorite thing about trials is the level editor.
There's
Like
been, I
playing all the
mean,
people make some insane levels, man. Like some
there's some
awesome
good
levels.
ones, but there's a lot of junk.
Bad
And the
ones.
developers made some really good levels, so it's
No,
hard.
of course, but then they also. I mean, I don't even know how, but they had it where you're able. Again, it's trials, and they made first person games with trials, and
Oh
I'm like,
yeah.
what? But I would play like the
See, you like that weird
Slenderman
shit. I just want
art
to play
games.
trials. I don't want to. I don't want to play dumb shit. I want to
To be honest,
challenge
like,
my
that's
skills.
amazing.
But yeah, so we're just kind of open topics here. I definitely think Mario Kart 9 they have a tough uphill
It's
battle
tough.
to try to come up with something. And the other thing we were talking about if Mario Kart 9 came to Switch like next year or something is they've never been, yeah, it's a Wii U game, but take a Wii U game, put it at 1080p, and it's not like a native Switch game's gonna look. I know Retro's gonna hate this. It's gonna look like night and day or some significant like Mario Kart 9 native for the Switch versus Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I wouldn't expect there to be too much like immediately noticeable difference in the two. Like, I mean, yeah, they might be able to do some more advanced rendering or lighting or something,
Yeah.
but that would come at the cost of maybe having to lower the resolution because most Switch games are either 1080p 30 or they're lower resolution at 60. And you have a 1080p 60 Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I don't think out of all the series, I would think Mario Kart would almost be the hardest one to try to outdo if you did the like I said, a ground up Mario Kart 9 for the Switch and then compared
That's
it to
the
Deluxe.
problem. Like, especially
I don't think-
if they
I
brought
just
us a
don't think-
Switch.
I don't think we're gonna get it for a while anyway.
No, I'm not. I'm absolutely convinced they wouldn't release it just because of the DLC.
And I wonder if that's part of the reason why the DLC came out. They're like, maybe they're still trying to figure out how they want to.
Well, I'm convinced it's a launch title for the next console. It only makes sense.
I mean,
They'd
when
be
do you?
stupid not to do
All
it.
right, but
You
here's
know
my
what?
here's my question. How long do you think that is from now?
Yeah,
Like, how long-
if the new
2024,
console
2025?
launched in November 2023,
No,
I
there's
don't.
no chance.
I wouldn't see
I don't
Mario
think it's
Kart
coming out
9.
2023.
No, I'm saying if it
What
did,
what
there
what
wouldn't be
what,
Mario
what,
Kart 9 at launch because you still have
what was it?
No,
DLC.
no, yeah,
What
if that, but that's why I don't think it is. You know,
If the
I could
system
see,
come out holiday 2024,
November 2024,
at
holiday
that point,
2024, or maybe early 2025. Let's say they do like NX. I
if I
mean,
was
you hear
Nintendo,
NX, fuck it
I'd be
up.
worried about oversaturation and burnout from at that point. I think the DLC almost, yeah, they'll probably make a lot of money off it because of the sales of the game, but to me that's like Retro even admitted like that's the death of Mario Kart 9 on the Switch. I think it's the death of Mario Kart 9 as a launch title for the next system.
Really?
Like that's just too much Mario Kart's close together. Unless,
You
like
think
you
they should
say,
have done it earlier?
that was my first reaction. Like, why didn't this come out a year ago, 2 years
2019
ago?
to
And
2020?
I know you guys were talking about the tracks that day, but compared to the first DLC batch, I saw significantly less tweets and YouTube videos about this pack 2 as I did to pack 1. And that was what,
Yeah.
3 months ago? Imagine when pack 5 and 6 are coming out. There's gonna be no one talking about that shit in 2020, late 2023. No one's gonna be
Hey,
talking
man,
about that.
I don't give a shit
Yeah.
who's talking about because I was enjoying it.
That's why I wasn't gonna get it. Like if they would have had like 16, 20 something tracks at once, and then
You know what I was thinking though? Technically, you specifically, I didn't realize, but you don't have to buy the tracks, and you can actually still play them online.
oh really?
Yeah.
You just can't.
Yeah,
do
you
the-
can. Actually, yeah, I did that. Yeah, I did that last week. My friend had the tracks, and we played in an online lobby. You can then pick the tracks.
It
Yeah, I
used
didn't
to
know that.
say on Mario Kart 8, it used to if you didn't have the tracks, it would just boot you from the lobby.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But now, yeah, you can play the
This you were
track.
able to play these tracks.
Yeah, I played.
So-
Actually,
so it's
I
true,
played all.
you
I played.
have to buy the damn.
Yeah, I
DLC.
played all the DLC tracks, and I don't even own the fucking DLC. It's crazy.
Huh? That's interesting.
Yeah, I was very surprised with that.
That's very consumer
Not a lot.
friendly.
There's
You know
not
what
a
the
lot
fuck's
of.
wrong
Yeah,
with
I was surprised with it. Or honestly, they probably don't even know how to do it. They probably
They
don't know
did
how to
on.
make it.
I'm pretty sure, because I had the Mario Kart 8 tournaments, and people would get booted if they didn't have the tracks downloaded.
Really? Maybe it's only if it's a public lobby they can do it. And not a
No,
private
we
lobby.
did. Wait, no, we did it in the private lobby.
That's
You did it in
probably
a
why.
private lobby?
Yeah.
I think that's probably the better chance would be a private lobby because at least one person owned it.
Damn, that's actually
We should try it right now,
Well, who has the DLC?
me.
Robert.
Oh,
I
hold
mean,
on.
we can.
Let me get it.
I have my.
I'm gonna take my Switch
Or you could
out
just,
for-
or Terrell, you could just join a general lobby online and see if any of those tracks come up. Because I'm
Yeah, but then
curious
I gotta-
now. Because that's definitely unexpected.
Hold on.
Hold on. Let's see. What can we talk about? I'm going to read Mario Kart 7 is underrated, says Mr. Game in chat.
It
Mario Kart
is.
7 is underrated. I mean,
I think that's kind of fair.
I don't
that's-
I don't think any
But
of
it-
Mario Kart is underrated.
I think
personally,
it's
because there's-
overrated
No,
because I know a
that's
couple
not-
people who
you
rave
can't say
about
that.
7, and I'm like,
Bro, that every Mario Kart is highly praised. There's not,
Yeah,
there's
but
not a Mario Kart that's like,
that's a
oh
Nintendo-
man,
what do you guys
this is
think?
shit.
All right,
Listen,
top 3 Metacritic Mario Kart games.
Yeah, I am curious. About that. I'm gonna
no.
wait. Let me guess.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm
You
gonna-
guess. I'm gonna look.
guess.
I'm
guess
gonna
the,
guess
Guess the
DS
order.
as the third one. I'm gonna guess 7 as 2 and actually 8 as 1.
I'm gonna go a little bit different. I'm gonna say we're talking critically, so I'll say, I'm gonna say 7 is third.
Well, you got to specify.
What?
You got to be more specific, Robert, on your
Oh,
list.
really?
Mm-hmm.
Like
what do you
you mean? Oh, you mean
Oh,
like
are you saying
what
like
score it
okay?
got?
I know what you're saying. I understand. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is the highest. Number 2 is 7. 3 is DS.
I would say mine's. I'll say 8 is number 1. 8 1. Hey, actually, I'll say specifically 8 Deluxe is number 1. I will say
8 Deluxe has to be number 1. I don't think that's even a main.
I would say Double Dash is number 2, and then I would say 7
Maybe.
is 7 is number 3.
So it is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, 92.
That's number 1.
Mario Kart DS, 91.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Mario
fuck.
Kart Oh no, sorry. Mario Kart Super Circuit's number 1 at 93.
What?
Damn,
Motherfucker! I didn't.
that's
But
crazy.
that's a different era. That's a different era.
Still, you can't.
Damn,
you
but
can't.
still a 93 though. That's really fucking high.
Games
I
got a
would-
lot higher scores back then. I feel like I looked at some games. I'm like, user score
Well,
is
yeah, I
7.7.
mean, well, you know, some of the highest games of all time is you got
And I
20
debated
Pro
on- I-
Skater, 20 Pro Skater 3 or something, and then Madden O or Madden NFL 2K or Madden 2K1. I think has like a 96 or
Yeah,
90.
that's what I'm saying. Some of those games
I'm like,
back then
holy
got
shit.
way high ratings. So
Oh, wait, what was the 3? It was
gonna be Deluxe, DS, and Mario Kart 8 were the top 3. But then I saw
We'll remove Mario Kart 8 though. That's unfair. What's after 8 or remove 8 or Deluxe? Either one. I want to see what was after that.
after Mario Kart 8 is, I believe it was Double Dash at 88. Yeah, no,
Damn.
it's 87.
Hmm.
It doesn't have. Why can't I just put these in the freaking
These Mario Kart games,
order?
man, they score pretty high.
Man, I
Alright,
figured
Deluxe
Mario Kart-
92, Mario Kart 8 88, 7 is 85, DS is 91, Wii is 82, lowest ranked. Robert, just want to point that out.
Damn.
Super Circuit 93. I'm telling you, if you were from the era I was from, Mario Kart Wii was
We
nothing
overly
exciting.
It depends on what
Man,
you
but
like.
is it
It depends.
87 for
depends.
Double Dash.
It depends on what you like in
83
Mario
for
Kart.
64. It's even below 64.
Well, I mean, to be fair, again, it's like that era. That 64 would be monumental if you like during that time.
Well, yeah, 64 is kind of hard to compare it to because 64.
Wait, can you join me, Terrell? I'm waiting on you.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, I had the controller. I had the controller up, and then I didn't have the fucking thing.
I think
Hold on.
I'm not exactly sure. I'm not. I can't invite you, right? I
I
don't.
say, considering
think
how
that's-
to get a
I
PS5,
think you
maybe it'd
just-
be good
I
if
think you just
Nintendo's launch
follow.
Mario Kart 9 with the next system. I don't think that has anything to do with. Supposedly, there's gonna be PS5s on the shelf for this holiday.
I don't
Oh,
believe
yeah?
that shit. They haven't had
Yeah, I
PS5s
believe
on
it.
the shelf since it came out. The fuck?
But they're gonna
Terrell,
have
if
it for
you,
the busiest part of the season. That doesn't make sense.
Maybe I'll trade Terrell his Xbox for a PS5. I'll
fuck
give you a PS5 for your Xbox.
I don't believe you do it.
I wouldn't, but
Yeah,
I
but,
want one more of us to have a PS5.
I would. I mean,
You
I debated it actually recently because I saw Sam's Club had it, but it was like a bundle and it was like $700, and I was like, I don't want to spend all that. Hold on, I'm gonna share this.
You gotta go on. If you follow some of these people, they have these bundles, man. They're like $550 because they come with Horizon, but like it's
That's all I can do of the theme song.
you have this game, man.
I didn't buy it.
You don't need to
No,
be
I-
from Juice Era to not like Mario Kart Wii. Well, I'm just saying for Robert, that was like his probably your first Mario Kart.
Yeah, it had to
It
be.
just
It literally had to be. There's no way.
It was just
I definitely didn't play. I didn't play Double Dash until like a few years
not
ago.
to use this phrase you don't like, but it was very uninspired visually too. I mean, the Wii was
No, come on.
Wii
I like
games.
it's a little bit like
It's a little
kind of
flat.
like Brawl,
I
where
think
it's the
that's
slightest bit
problem it has.
grittier almost. Like, and I kind of I fuck with that. I think it's pretty funny. All right, so let me see. So I'm going to let me see. We'll just do 150.
And you
whatever.
can't
blah,
pick
blah, blah.
tracks. Hey, look at Michigan right there.
We should be able to pick tracks, right?
Yeah, you can pick the tracks.
Oh, it gives you a random track, doesn't it? Or can you select the tracks?
No,
For some reason, I don't remember. Yeah, I don't think I can actually choose the track because there's teams,
No.
items.
The way it works is that once you start it, we'll each select the track and it'll rotate through that little thing, and it'll pick.
I
whichever
thought you
one it
could
lands
select
I
for.
remember. I thought you could select tracks. To,
Not
like,
in this.
Like I could just.
You're in the wrong mode then.
on.
'cause-
I don't remember.
Oh yeah, here it goes. Here it goes. I could.
Yeah,
start.
there you go.
Yeah, that's the part I was talking about.
So can you select yourself?
Yeah,
Oh look, a play in this session is purchased, and so you could just click it. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, it did
We're
say
not
something.
there.
You skipped right past it, Terrell.
Oh my bad.
It
Sorry.
said it gave a message. I think it's
It
because
lets-
Robert has it.
Yeah, it's just letting me know.
But
that
that tells me it's forcing you to download the tracks with an update.
I'm not. Well, I mean, the game did. Oh, of course we get Roberts.
Yeah,
The
it did
game-
update. It did it. Well,
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
the
it's-
game did update. So
I'm
it's
pretty
still,
sure it didn't do that with the original Mario Kart 8 with the DLC. So this is
All right,
my
let's
first
see,
time
man.
seeing this track.
Oh, it's just me and you.
I've never seen this track.
Robert is probably
This
better
is
than
dude,
me.
the
Robert's
music
gonna
in this.
lap
Listen
him.
to the music, man.
Robert's gonna lap Terrell. That's my prediction.
Oh, that's disrespectful, sir. It's also I've only
You
played
know
this
how to
track.
drift?
Oh fuck! I already fucked up. I used my coin. Yep, I'm about to get my ass handed in my ass. There you go.
God, this just like, I don't like this art style.
What?
Why?
I just don't like all the flat, just solid colors. It's just not. I'm not a fan.
It's been a minute.
Some good sacks though.
Oh yeah, they're fucking blowing the fuck out of that tag.
Dude,
Nothing
the
like
music
some good
is really
sacks.
good. The music is really good.
I don't see Robert on this on your screen. You're doing all right though. You're not getting any useful items. That's it. That's the first lap. Does it?
Yeah.
No, but it changes every single lap.
Is
Yeah,
it
it does.
longer though? That's the one thing I've noticed was the first DLC pack seemed like some very short tracks.
Well, because I think this is a tour track, so it's technically going to be a little bit shorter.
Yeah, it is.
But also, you got to imagine. Honestly, this is what they could do in Mario Kart 9, and I really want that. Is they need to every single track changes every lap.
Yeah.
That would be cool. That would be really cool. That's what the tour tracks do, and honestly, they could take that from tour easy. That would be awesome.
Yeah, this track looks like it could run on Mario Kart Wii. I'm just saying.
Oh, come on, man! This is
Yeah.
a fucking awesome looking track. What you mean?
It's relatively simplistic. I can see his.
Oh man, come on! This is a dope track.
The layout seems okay.
Do you
I
just
like
mean
that
visually?
it changes. I like that it changes. This
The-
is a little more
like, but
dynamic
imagine
here.
if
The
every
first
single
lap was
track you
just
have
a
something that
fucking.
literally changes.
The first lap was just a nothing lap to me. Like just a very basic track. But the second lap's been way more interesting. We'll see what the third lap looks like.
So the third lap, you actually go backwards. You got the background with the giant Yoshi and the
Whoa,
little
Terrell.
Oh,
Ferris
shit.
wheel
Whoa,
type thing.
Terrell.
I spammed it too bad. It was my own fault.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
you-
cool.
Yeah, it's more interesting going this way. You can kind
And
of.
then wait, if I finish it, it's gonna finish automatic. So I'm gonna wait for you. So you
Is
can at
that
least
supposed
see
to be like a toy castle in the background, or what is that castle?
I'm gonna
supposed
wait
to
for
be?
you because I want you to see. Look at the
This
inside of
looks
the little
cool.
hole. Look at the little hole.
Do you play Tour on your phone, Robert, or no?
Nah, I played just a very little bit.
See, that to me is the first lap was kind of that's kind of a boring track, but the second and third were definitely better.
It improves over
Mm-hmm.
time.
That's a cool. And then you have the that new track that's actually brand new that I know they're gonna
Pick a
add to
different-
later to tour, but
Agree to pick the same track because I want to see.
Sky Hill.
I want to see Waluigi
Sky Hill.
Pinball too.
oh,
You're talking. All right, here we go.
player in this session is purchase or something enabling.
Yeah,
when
so
you come-
one of you has to own the pack, but that's still
which is
cool.
understandable. I mean that makes sense. Sky High, you'll do Sky High Sunday.
I'm gonna get on eBay.
That's like
I'm
the,
gonna
that's
buy
the new
Mario
one.
Kart 8 Deluxe. See if I can get it for like $10.
How dare you?
This is the new an actual new track that has launched with it.
Yeah, I think I've only played this track maybe twice.
See, new tracks. I'm not against completely new track.
I mean that's pretty, but that's massive because they only say remastered, but I think they probably all right. You know what? Well, before we launch this on tour, we're gonna put this in first.
Yeah, that's what they did the last time. So it looks like a what's that one called? What's the mini? What's that one oval?
Oh, Baby Park.
Baby Park. It looks like that
It's
shape.
it's more like
but
that.
it's
Yeah.
bigger. Yeah, this
But
is
it's cool because you're going vertical.
I
Oh,
like
fucking shit,
verticality.
dick, bro! You just hit me in my dick.
See, they're actually using anti-gravity or
Mhm.
zero gravity.
Oh
You're
god,
going out on all these.
I couldn't figure out where I was at.
This is an awesome track because you got like everything's just all
Oh,
candy
fuck
rolled
me.
in and you're going around.
I will say it's I'm watching it through a stream at 30 FPS, lower quality, but I'm not vibing with just like the more solid color look. I don't know.
Well, admittedly, this track reminds me of Fall Guys. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
It does. Color palette wise, I would agree.
Straight out, like the color palette, but the layout and stuff looks like a cool track.
Yeah, no, it's a cool track. And imagine this on like 200cc. You know these
Yeah.
tighter corners. with the 8 people on.
This
on
kind of
the-
reminds
on
me
the
of
race.
Sonic Lost World, just randomly having that dessert level on like the
Yeah,
second
yeah,
level.
yeah.
But yeah, just I see why people were saying like these tracks don't look like up to the standard of the Mario Kart 8, like your first DLC from the original game. But
I
again,
can't catch up to
very
this man.
well. This one's a little bit longer. That's just lap 3.
Yeah.
See, I
can't
kind of
catch
miss
up
the
to this man.
dynamic fucking track after just seeing it one time. I kind of miss it for this one. And you can't. That railing doesn't even count as.
I just fucking, bro. I just hit my own self.
Look at
Oh
Terrell.
my god,
How did you hit
Look
your...
at Terrell just dominating Robert.
this dude is actually about to beat me, yo. This is fucked up.
It's from all the Sonic racing game he's played, so he's got good at kart racing.
I got good at kart racing from the kart racing game I didn't play. Fuck you, God. It only takes fucking up once in this game. I wonder, do they not? Oh, Jesus!
Oh man, I was so fuck you. I should have done that.
All right, do a Waluigi pinball, and then we're gonna talk about Splatoon. Oh shit, it's 8:20 already. We better just jump into Splatoon.
Damn, bro, we're tied at 4-4.
No, we do Waluigi pinball. Fuck
Yeah, you
it.
gotta do a best of
Waluigi
3.
pinball.
You do
You don't want to
Waluigi.
do one of the newer ones, but
No, I
we'll
want to
just
see
do-
Waluigi. I want to see how it.
Yeah,
And then,
we do-
well, you know, the Calamari Desert's cool because that one, like, you actually go on the track or whatever, like in the this little cave. They changed it up.
I didn't play Mario Kart DS, so I don't know how different Waluigi pinball is.
No,
compared to it.
Waluigi pinball is the same. I'm talking about Calamari Desert for the N64 one.
Okay, gotcha. Welcome to the Mario Kart podcast, everybody.
Yeah. Here it goes. Oh man, get out of here! Don't be slamming into me. Even
You
though
were
I
in
slammed
the,
into
you were on my face, bro.
I just wish I wasn't listening to Daisy right now.
Wow, this is some disrespectful shit I'm hearing.
That's why I don't play as Daisy. Or I used to love Koopa Troop, but he's makes such annoying sounds. See, this
just
track
wants-
looks way more visually interesting. I don't know if it's just because
Oh,
Well, it's
shit.
you know
Like
the
the
colors and
see-through.
everything. It's great looking.
you got like
great
the
looking.
see-through grid on the ground, so you can see colors and stuff coming through.
Fuck, you better get a coin, bro. Get a coin.
Give me.
Oh. Why
I
would you do
should've-
that?
I know it wasn't worth it. I didn't know what you. Oh, you had the horn. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm holding on to this shit, baby.
I got. Nah, he spooked me with the horn. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not letting go of that anytime soon.
I'm gonna have
Go,
to make. I'm
throw
gonna
a
have to
blue
make.
shell, man. Do your thing.
I'm gonna
I'm
have to make.
ready.
I'm gonna have to make you let go of the coin.
I'm prepared.
You even got the double boost, drift boost.
The thing is, even at second place, you could get mushrooms because it's only us two.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but that's
just-
not my issue.
I just love tracks with S curves and tight corners. Like you're constantly drifting. Like that's
So
way
this
more,
is a great one for that. Like, this
way
is a super
more
great one.
interesting than the last track to me was. I'm gonna say.
Well, you know, you
that was
might like
dud.
the Snowland. I like the Snowland one because it's like I feel like there's a lot of like corners into that one.
Yeah. I mean, at first I thought that last track looked pretty cool, but by the third lap, it's like, yeah, this is kind of lame. Like,
Damn.
I like drifting. I like the precision of making, the corners, hitting your drift boost. And this is a proven track, obviously. People have been asking for it. I don't know why it wasn't just in Mario
In the
Kart 8.
base
know.
game,
Yeah, I don't know if that was just a weird decision they chose not to rock with or what.
but it's definitely really.
This looks like a good version of it, though. I'd definitely gladly
It's a great
play
looking
this.
version of it. Oh man,
I punished myself.
It's
It's
been
fine.
so long since I played DS, so I don't even
where'd you
remember.
go? I'm confused.
The Ghost wasn't in Mario Kart 8
Oh
originally,
fuck!
right?
I just did that. Did I really just do that? I just did that. I just bumped. I looked at your screen thinking where'd you go, but I didn't know that the ghost takes you off the map. I didn't even know that.
Oh, that's new. I didn't know it does
The
that
Ghost
either.
wasn't in Mario Kart 8, right?
No.
I thought it was.
think it's
Oh
only
no, you know
Deluxe.
what? You might be right. It might not have.
Oh well.
Let's go. Let's
GG's.
go.
It's GG's. GG's.
No,
GG's.
you GG. But to be fair, it's not that you play a lot of it anyway. So
No, I don't.
You did
you
pretty
did
good,
very
though.
very well, man.
You probably beat me.
It's
You
probably
beat me once.
nah.
All right, so
Juicy's on that next level shit. He'd be lying. He'd be like, "Oh, I don't play this game much," and then come out and start dominating every match. Like, fuck you. You and your natural born talent. Fuck you, man.
I did get pretty good at 8. I mean,
Yeah, you were good at 8.
I could get
Oh,
first.
this was. Listen, this is your origin. This is where the juices
This
started.
is the origin.
It literally is.
The tournament,
This is-
that was cool. They didn't, it didn't work as good as it should have. You should have been able to see where everybody was. It's like it threw you in a lobby. If there was 14 people, then 2 people would be racing by just them, and be getting first place every fucking race. This one fucking bitch.
This one bitch. This one
Not a
stupid
female.
ass.
I'm just saying a bitch in general, non-gender.
Non-gendered,
Would
non-specific.
purposely join later. I felt I had a theory to be put with like 1 or 2 people, and they were good, but you'd see the tournament results and like, oh, they got first in every race. Like, what the fuck? It's because they're only playing against 2 other people that weren't very good. And it's like, it should have just said everybody that's in a lobby, you have 20 people here. Okay, let's group these people. This 12. Or let's take, if you have 20, then just do 10, 10, and 10. If it had a smart lobby system. You want to end that stream there, Terrell?
Oh, fuck. we started. God damn it.
It's
you're
the
still
apparently it's
playing?
the final race, and
I stopped.
don't you
This
like
is-
these?
this
Don't
is-
you like the water, the rainy floors?
It looks, in the stream, it looks pretty trash. I didn't know that's what that
Yeah,
was.
but the string probably doesn't make it look
No,
good.
and I'm telling you, I promise you, in the game it looks really good.
I bet. It looks just like a bright washed out spot on the...
There's something about
Okay.
rainy
I
floors.
like this
in
little
games.
section through the park there.
Rain floors in games, man. It's very. You gotta love them.
Top raining floors in video games.
Yeah, man. There's something about them that just you're like, damn, that shit is sick.
Fucking magical, bro.
Except in the Spider-Man, the
I like that.
downgrade.
I do like. The
Oh yeah,
music,
yeah.
though.
Remember the whole Spider? Remember people were like, there was an outrage because I think they removed water.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it really looked like they sold it looking pretty good in that first trailer or whatever, and then the actual game, it still looked good, but compared to what they showed, it was quite the drop, I thought.
See, this is a cool map. Look at this.
This
You
looks
go
alright.
into-
I like this. This section right there, that looked like some bowl. Go through the parking garage. Yeah, I like this, coming through the parking garage. Up.
Yeah, I think all right.
Seeing out
Now
on
the
the
tour
city.
tracks I think stick out better literally for that reason. The tour tracks seem to be the ones that have the
If
multiple.
these were
like-
built from the ground up with the Mario Kart 8 engine, they'd look fucking amazing. I mean, it's a
Yeah,
good track,
yeah.
though.
Well,
Yeah, it looks
we
good.
gotta wait till Mario Kart 9 till they rebuild it. Actually, We'll have to
I like
see
how
that.
I like how they still congratulate you because there's only 2 players. Like, you still get a second
You got
place
silver,
trophy.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah, of 2 players. The fuck? Oh Jesus Christ!
All right, so we got a Splatoon 3 direct and 30 freaking minutes. So that actually gave me some optimism, to be honest. If there's no way you're going to take 30 minutes just to show new courses, new gear, and new clothing and new weapons, like there's got to be some, in my opinion, there's got to be some substantial stuff to talk about if you need that much time for a sequel. So whether that's a big chunk of it single player, or there's like a really cool new complicated, or not a complicated, but a new mode that needs some explanation.
Explaining.
I'm actually more optimistic now just based on that. Now, it could be completely wrong, and it just 30 minutes of showing you stuff we already have seen, like
Showing you every single map, breaking down every map. That's all it is. 30 maps in 30 minutes.
Exactly.
Ooh, how
Here's
valid
the map. Here's the
Imagine
map.
that's the
Here's the
introduction.
map. Here's
30
the map.
maps in 30 minutes. Look at all the maps you're going to be playing.
So first we can
no.
talk about maybe what the direct is going to focus on, and then we can get into like a general, what do you expect from Splatoon 3. Now, Robert, you pointed out that, the members of the team worked on Animal Crossing, they did the
Yeah.
Octo expansion, but you got to figure in between all that, there's still time to
There's
come up
someone
with
working on it.
ideas and stuff.
Or that, yeah.
It'll be 5 years and a couple months since
Mm-hmm.
2 released. So in my mind, the first game from concept to the games being shown at E3, if I remember, was like a year from the approval of the concept, and then it came out not like May the following year. So, maybe a 2-year and then it wasn't complete. They had the August update. It launched in May and then had the August update, and then 2 came out less than 2 years after that August update released. So to me, this feels like their first time getting like a legit development cycle for Splatoon games. So I have, in my mind, that equates to more than just new clothing, new weapons, and new maps. Like, to me, I want to see them take their creative ideas and go all out with it. Like that's kind of what I've been thinking this whole time since it was announced.
Right.
Not saying that's what I think is going to happen, but that's what I feel like should happen. And somebody in the chat a while ago said they're worried that this is going to be, it was Mr. Game in Chat, just a Splatoon 2.5. Like, I feel like most people kind of agree, if you will, that Splatoon 2 was more of a Splatoon 1.5, which, if you look at the development cycle, you can't blame them. By the end, it basically had all of Splatoon 1 in it, and then a decent amount of new maps and stuff. But I just really want to see what this team can do with a longer development cycle. So
yeah, the biggest thing that hampered, I think, Splatoon 2 in a lot of ways was the fact that it wasn't even really the game's content. It was sticking to that annoying ass schedule that limited when you could play certain modes at what times and shit.
Certain maps.
And even Salmon Run, you couldn't play all the time. You could only play certain.
Forgot about that. Yeah.
And I wonder if that was all right, we know we gotta get this game out for the Switch. Let's just do what we did before, or if they were really happy, maybe they're just really happy with that idea, and it's gonna be in 3 as well. I hope not. I feel like I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and just say it was the rush development cycle.
Because I think Splatoon 3 will do immensely better. I think most people be like, "Oh, thank God they took off the time limits or schedules for every fucking thing, or how maps only rotate."
Why can't it just be that easy to just have you vote on a map like any other game?
Before we get into that, what do you guys
like fucking Mario Kart?
What do you think?
Any other game,
What does the 30-minute direct tell you about potentially what this game's gonna be?
Because I think a lot of it's gonna be about the single player, man.
I think a chunk of it will be, definitely.
It has to be. If it's not, they keep teasing it. At the end of every single thing, they go and then they show like 5 seconds of it. It's like, ooh, they're teasing something that's gonna be juicy. So I think it would be a decent amount of that, hopefully.
Yeah, because if they're just showing turf war matches,
full
length turf war matches,
that was like the weird.
Are you kidding me?
That was the weirdest shit.
But
dude.
I'm not the most optimistic you guys know about Nintendo and the Switch, but I'm kind of thinking they set us up with just showing stuff we've already seen, Salmon Run and a turf war match.
Because they're gonna show something brand new.
Kind of getting people kind of sleeping on the game, and then here they're gonna come out with like bang, like this is what Splatoon 3 actually is all about, and like this is.
I hope you're right. I mean,
I hope so. And I'm
actually going back and looking at the footage we've seen so far of Splatoon 3, which the 3 things they've shown so far is a little bit of a tease of the single player, that random turf war match that announced the release date, and then
they had a Salmon Run.
Yeah, and then the Salmon Run was the third one. So with those 3 already being known, I expect more of the single player, but I hope it's more focused on like the experience as a whole, like the day-to-day stuff. How many new modes are you adding? Are we doing this? Like, do all the old modes from the previous game carry over? Because remember, in Splatoon 2, we had old modes, but we didn't fucking see them for a bit for some weird ass reason.
Maybe they'll take some New Horizons inspiration. They'll have it where you could build up your Inkopolis town or some shit. I don't know. You know, you
I wouldn't mind that actually as like a something to do with your
you know what I mean?
multi
Like some
online
side.
multiplayer points and stuff. Hey, I want my HUD world to actually be unique and
That's what I'm
expand
saying. Like
upon
everyone
it.
has their own like unique hub world
That
elements,
would
you
be a
could
cool
say.
idea. That's a really cool idea.
And they did it with New Horizons, so maybe they'll
My
they'll
idea
try.
was that the the HUD area is actually the beginning of the first level. You can either just go to the multiplayer or whatever, or you can just keep moving forward and without any loading, you're in the level. You're in the first level. You know, like
Be dope.
or have it
Oh,
be
that oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah,
or have it be
that would be cool.
take the Bowser's Fury idea for the single player, which I wouldn't be surprised if they did this. I don't think it worked particularly well for Bowser's Fury for a Mario game, but for a Splatoon game, hey, way in the distance, I see this thing, this rotating, like maybe a Ferris wheel or something, and then that's actually part of the single player level. Like it's in the distance, I just got to get there. I got to work my way to there, instead of having me warp to like I always say the floating platforms and all that. Just have a kind of
But
an open
you
environment.
think it could have a little? I get you. So imagine you had like it's let's say a Bowser's, a Fury maybe sized world or something, and you have the Inkopolis, and then around surrounding it is the levels or something.
Yeah, like
Is
in the
it-
middle, maybe in the middle, you could have the main what would be like a hub world, but like just look at Sonic Frontiers as well. Like in the distance, I mean, it's just rail grinding shit up in the sky, but have somewhere like a cliff, and then like I said, like maybe there's a Ferris wheel or something, and that's an actual part you get to in the single player instead of being teleported to these random realms
well,
with
think
floating
about it. It's gotta
things.
be something like because remember in the very first trailer we see, she's you're the very first what happens the very first thing they wake up or whatever, and you start customizing the character while she's sitting down.
I
Remember?
kind of feel like
And they get
I
up
have to
and they start
rewatch that.
traveling. Start walking up this area. That seems like that's the beginning of the entire game. Like you're like walking
But I
in
think
this cliff area or something.
if I remember, I think that kind of just led you to
Oh, that's
what I
right. That
think
led you
is
to the
just
city.
the little HUD,
That's
which I
right.
don't. I'm not thrilled if they just
Did another city?
if they do another city. You have the four shops. You have people in their drawings. Like to me, I just hope they get more creative. I don't know. I'm not saying that's a terrible thing, but I kind of want
I
them
forgot
to
that. Yeah,
kind
that
of get
brought
out
you
of the
to it. That
formula.
brought you to it.
I kind of feel like they're kind of in the formula like this. If this was the single player, and this was like what the levels were gonna kind of look like in worlds like
Yeah,
this, then
you would have been super excited.
I'm
You
like
would have been excited.
yes. That's like I'm saying, take the Bowser's Fury idea of you can
But
see
this
off
is
in the
the thing about
distance.
this has to mean something, right? This area means something. So
Well, they
you're
just get
Yeah,
on the
probably
but
it
train.
might be what
in
you're
the
thinking. Like maybe
but
you are
no in the
going. You
It
could go
could
out and
be,
explore the
but here's
wildlands, the
but
or
here's the issue.
Badlands.
In
They
the
call it the
other
Badlands or something like that.
But in the other trailer, it shows off more of the levels, and they look more like the disjointed, like
do they?
floating platform.
God damn it.
Yeah,
See,
it's called Splatoon 3: Return to the Mammalians.
this
That's what the
feels
trailer.
like
Yeah, but what is this though? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is that?
this just feels like
That has to be
them
something.
going the extra
Oh,
step for
definitely.
presentation to starting the game and getting into the HUD world. That's what this feels like to me.
But it's doing that whole thing. You get on the train.
I don't
and you
think so.
end up-
Because why would they have that? Think of it, that little buddy guy is with you. They have the crossbow, right? There's something more to it. There's a
I
train.
think this is a
But the train-
presentation over.
The train is gonna take you to. Oh, you know what?
The train's taking
Okay,
you to the city.
The train is
though.
gonna take you to the different levels. That's what it's gonna be. Train takes you to different levels, like an
No,
Octo expansion.
I'm
pretty
calling
sure
it
it's taking
right
you to the
now.
city.
This is the intro to the game, and it's style over substance. This whole thing is just to get you to the HUD world for the first
And
time.
that's it. You don't
I
think you
would
ever go
agree.
back? You don't think you ever go back?
No.
That's my guess.
No, I think the story's whole goal is probably to explain.
But I could be wrong because it did just
See,
fade.
it takes you to a new city. You're just in a new
See,
area.
I like how this city looks, but again,
It's
I
a cool
just
city.
having the four shops, clothing, shoes, pants, and your
Yeah, the question is
weapons.
Yeah, the question is how much more have you
See,
added in
like-
the city?
I don't know, man. I just feel like there's so much more they could do with this world, and I hope they do. I'm not saying they aren't. All right, so this is the multiplayer, obviously.
Is this the return of the million ones? I think.
No. He's
See, that's that
no,
setting.
no.
That's that setting the game started in, but this is just a multiplayer match.
Like the setting.
Yeah, this is just the. Yeah. And I think the biggest issue with Splatoon is that, like, unless you're like a consistent player of Splatoon, this doesn't look as different as you would think it does. Like,
Yeah, it looks like Splatoon, you know, like.
Yeah, I think that's the issue, though.
Are they gonna? What I would consider stay
Well, I still
safe?
think one thing I think would be interesting is like they always have it
it's
like
that second one right there.
these
That's it.
areas, these arenas, but they could have it where you could have these.
When you watch
full-blown
this one
big
shows
maps.
off more. This one shows off more of the single player, and you'll see what I mean. It very much looks like it's going back to that disjointed style. The first minute of it is just turf war.
Man, I'm watching these, and now my hope and excitement from that announcement of the direct is completely gone because I'm just.
They've had this. To be fair, this is the weirdest marketing.
I'm just
Splatoon's
seeing more
had in a while.
Splatoon. You know, like yeah, this is Splatoon. Like, I
And
get
you'll
it. It's
see-
a sequel to Splatoon, but at the same time, there's
You
you know
feel
that
they could
move
do
like
more with
that's cool, but that's just a special we found out where you can latch
Yeah.
up.
It's not like an overall game mechanic. It's kind of like the dual pistols where you could do dodge rolls, and it's only the dual pistols.
I had
that
an
let you do
idea
the dodge
like,
roll.
how about you have it where you don't die in water and you can actually turn into a squid and go underwater and access a different part of a level or something, you know, like in the single player, like underwater exploration.
Right.
Yeah, this looks like.
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
that's
but what
cool
is that?
though.
Bitch?
Hold on,
Look,
I'm
you
backing
see what I'm
up.
saying?
It's different. It's different, but it is
Where's
in that
Speed.
It could be kind of you're gonna put down the speed. That should look like Into the Spider-Verse, man.
Oh no, some
So
of the
let's
visuals
break
look
this
fucking
down. Okay,
great.
that looks like
traditional.
traditional-
Splatoon.
That's traditional type thing.
That's kind.
this looks
that
really
one's
cool.
different.
See, this is what I'm saying. Like,
That looks badass. And
Then
then look, see,
here's
look,
snow.
look, this is more like
They brought-
snow. See, like
and they-
open snow.
and they brought back
Japanese.
Still
the
going
Zapfish.
fast. Is that half speed?
It's because they cut away a lot.
All right, so
See,
that
look,
looks
look,
like
that's
a.
open.
There you
That's
go.
literally open.
That's what
That's
I want.
literally open.
That's what I've been asking for. I don't remember seeing that before.
I think it's a mixture of everything though. Like,
Look
I
at
don't
that.
think-
See, look at that. What is
See?
that? That's literally open technique.
The question is like,
Like,
why?
why?
Still,
Why
though,
not? What do you
that's-
mean? Don't-
That's
that's
not
no,
floating
no, no,
platforms
that's
and
what you
some
want, yo.
stupid with some random just.
No. I mean, just like I mean, like the action
Background.
itself, not
Oh,
why.
like what the action is.
Yeah, like what the hell she's doing.
I love that. The
This reminds
Splatoon
me
has-
of Gravity
Splatoon
Rush a
will-
little bit.
the bicycle guy.
Splatoon will always have its own vibe. Will always have its own.
See, look,
vibe.
there's the reason why there's a little buddy with you. They're gonna have reasons for that.
Oh no, I think what they're
So-
doing is they're mixing in like Splatoon 1 and 2 type levels with like these new, more like traditional shooter levels.
See right there, this has me the most excited. This little snow area with the Easter Island dudes.
The question is
And what
how
other
ba-
Japanese little thing, like, or Chinese? I'm not too sure.
my question is how much of the game is how much of the single player is the new stuff or the more
Look, at the end of the day,
traditional
I don't mind.
See like
Either
that.
one, but-
That's
but
how much
I like
better.
the
Let me pause
experimenting.
this.
Was it?
I just went by again. All right. So this background and stuff doesn't change if it's just floating platforms again, but after playing 20 hours of the Octo expansion and just having floating Super Nintendos and random
And
things
GameCubes.
in this like endless like
Void.
gray
The void thing.
dome void, like this just so infinitely more interesting that
Well,
It's-
one of my favorite parts of the Octo expansion was the finale where it was more
that
so like you're
that
entering
was in
this-
a bigger
this-
area where you're
It was a bigger type area. I mean, it was still like those levels, but this one seems like the snow area seems like it's like open. I don't really know
Mhm.
what's going on, but there's clearly more to the single player than.
Oh no,
Right.
definitely. There's
I would
definitely
say
more to
playing
it.
this in slow mo, kind of pointing out. I don't know if it's just the YouTube, but visually, some of the areas I'm like, but there it
What?
looks great. That looks great. Some of the areas
That looks amazing.
I was like,
The lanterns.
what's this little pixel art thing?
Agent 3.
Who is that? Kelly?
It's
Or-
Callie Marie.
Marie,
Yeah.
Callie Marie, Agent 3.
Kelly and Marie are better than fucking the other two.
I actually don't agree with
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Wow. Y'all remember Off the Hook?
I like.
I hate Pearl and Marina, whatever, Marina.
Yeah, actually, you literally got the names. They're still in the game, by the way. They're just a part of a new group, but they're in
See,
the
look,
game.
that looks stunning. That looks like poop. That looks good.
Poop, beautiful, poop,
Poop.
amazing, poop, astounding. What?
I mean, that would be awesome if this game is the single player is just fucking amazing, and it's what I've been hoping for.
I was hating because Splatoon has like probably the kookiest
I don't
style
remember
that I-
seeing
that
all
I-
this single player footage.
Well, it goes by super fast.
It does go by super quick. Remember, we're doing this at
Quarter
like,
speed.
and it's still flying by.
But I would love, like I said, to
See,
like,
look at that! Look at that!
Mhm.
That's like you're like going through a factory or some
There's
shit.
a
Look at this!
boss.
Look at this boss.
Isn't that DJ?
I'd love to be
Arcade?
able to dive into the water and
No.
not die.
That
and,
looks like DJ Arcade. Like, hold on,
Is it?
hold
Pause.
on.
Wait.
It looks like his old machine. Yeah.
Oh, it is. It is him. I see his little legs. But that's cool. He's like running. He's like
yeah,
he's,
right there.
like,
This
up-
has me excited. This level.
So maybe what this is, though, honestly, this might be.
Is that a? Oh shit,
I
maybe.
honestly think you might be exploring. See that factory in the back? That's what you were
That's a
exploring.
rocket too. Yeah, there. That's where she was.
Remember,
So that means
they call this
she managed to walk from there where she's at all the way to the back of that.
This is
They
what
keep
I'd be happy with this being like, all right, explore this area. Now it's limited, but it's bigger and you can kind of go where you want to go. This is what I've been asking for. And this is the Easter Island. Yeah, they're like, looks like paper mache.
Well, remember, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
Ti-
where the Easter Island guys are too.
Yeah,
right?
the title is the whole Return to the Mammalian. So I guess they're adding in more man-made
little-
structures.
There's your little
Yeah.
critter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's the
you're-
little critter. Again,
you're-
the fact that he had
I do
the
find
little
it
critter
funny-
looks like he could turn into a bomb or eat stuff or.
I do find it funny that they added the salmon run creatures as your buddy versus
Yeah.
like.
Oh yeah. That is cool.
Splatoon has like a really interesting lore. It's very disjointed intentionally. I'm just like, fuck, man.
See, like I was saying earlier, like get away from. Yeah, you establish rules in the first game. Come up with a reason where I can be a fucking squid swimming through the water and I have to go down underneath and like come up.
All you need is some water suit. They just
come
need to
up-
make a water suit. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna be swimming as a squid. Let me think. Or I gotta go down some hole, swim down deep, avoid some enemies, and come up another spot so I can access a new area. I'm not saying this particular level in general, but I feel like they gotta get away from just spray ink, swim in ink, water kills you. Like there's so much more they could do, and I hope they do. Because that's a cool base of moves and stuff, but I want to be. I hope they're not trapped forever by that spray ink, swim in ink, jump out of
Never-
ink.
Well, I
like
hope,
they
well,
slow down because I've never actually noticed like anything.
the interesting thing I always thought is that they added octolings to the game. My question is, why not give them different abilities versus
Mhm.
like
Like
Inkling?
they could at least go in the water, something. I don't know.
Yeah, they can go in the water, but maybe they don't. They're not as good at spreading ink.
Come up
So
with
your trade-off is more mobility but less coverage.
Come up with a way where it isn't parts of the game can. I don't know what. It'd be such a big departure. I know it's a shooter, it's an online shooter, and it's just a single player mode. I don't want it to just be a single player mode that's part of an online shooter. I want them to be like equal footing. Like that's what I'm hoping for. Instead of a 5-hour single player that's cool, it has a really good boss fight at the end and some cool levels. I want the single player to be able to stand on its own. Maybe that's asking too much, but I know Nintendo has the money to do it. I know they have the talent to do it.
What is a good length for a Splatoon 3 single player for you?
I mean, if it's 10 hours, that would be a huge jump. But if they really wanted to impress me and make it
But the
closer
thing is,
to
if we go by the, I had to look because I always forget. But the the average length of for the story for Splatoon 2 was 8 hours apparently. That's what people got like for
Was it?
on average.
Well, Splatoon
And
2 didn't have.
it was longer than Splatoon 1.
Well, it had levels to
Because
get to
Splatoon
the
1 was that
levels.
5 hour. Well, Splatoon 1 was like 5 hours.
Splatoon 2, you had to navigate kind of a HUD world for each world to find the levels, and there was some that I remember.
That was with Splatoon 1 also though. You remember you had to.
Yeah.
You still,
I feel like I remember it way
The
more
po-
in
the-
2. Like it was more tedious actually
two-
to get to the levels.
An Octo expansion for me, I know you didn't love as like that, but that was also beefier than I thought it was gonna be because you go by the average again.
I mean,
8 hours. And
they
to
put a
complete
bunch
it,
of
completed is like 14.
yeah. For me on that one, the length is less important because of the structure. It's just like here's 80 individual little challenge areas or challenge levels.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean it's longer, but at the same time, it's like
I'd rather have it structured differently.
I'd rather have a shorter game structured differently. Like, and the weird thing is, I just noticed the sky is fake. It's like,
yeah,
which is like why, but anyway.
Yeah, it's like I said, Splatoon always has an interesting lore. It's just
seeing
how much
this
of it we're gonna
structure brings me right back to the first time I seen Sunshine, the level with like it had it was in the water, but it had like pillars and it had fencing, and I remember seeing that for the first time, and I was so blown away like by the draw distance and seeing like the, you know, I don't think my cursor's on screen. Like the left side, you got the red, like looks like roller coaster kind of like what they make roller coasters out of, like tubing, but part of that there's like blue, like cross-hatched, like
in Sunshine.
I'm looking at this right here next to the S, to the left of the S.
Oh yeah. What about
like that vertical?
It reminds you of Sunshine though.
That Sunshine had something like that, but I'm just
that first level.
Didn't it have like a construction site?
Yeah,
the
and I still remember seeing those
in the first game.
I still remember seeing the structure and the cross support beams, like man, look at all that detail I can see in the distance, you know, and like this just reminds me of it. But so yeah, I mean, I hope this direct's a banger. I hope we're not wasting 10 minutes talking about how turf war works and the rules.
I really hope they don't talk about turf. Well, they are going to talk about turf war.
I mean, yeah, but
turf war
should only take a minute.
I'm saying I don't want them spending 5 minutes telling us how turf war works, because that's not. Nintendo done that before in directs and videos and stuff.
Oh yeah, look at this. What is this? Look at this.
I don't understand.
Bro, she just turned into a
Splatoon.
Yeah,
will always have one of the most interesting lores, and it just makes me question a lot of different things.
Does that mean you're gonna be able to transform into different creatures and maybe all different abilities?
Hey, get down.
You know what I mean?
This also reminds me of Sunshine.
Down, Robert, get down.
No, my cat. This also reminds me of Sunshine. The shit you have to spray.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm very curious.
But think about it. She just turned into a damn, or she died. It's either she just died right there, or she turned into something else.
There's questions. There's many questions.
I mean, think about it. She literally got inhaled by that, and now she's that. So that means during this single player adventure, you could turn into mammals or something. Either you die by doing it, or you become.
The trailer even be called "The Return of the Mammalians." Makes
well, that's what I'm saying. Like, so this little furball guy.
Like, are you gonna
become it?
I know. I feel like this is a little temporary stun. You get stunned, you turn into that.
You either get stunned. That's what I'm saying. You get stunned, or
I don't think you
maybe you might die,
or you're dead. I don't think you. I don't think anything else happens after that.
But I hope they really go deep into that whole these mammal things are returning, because it's literally in the name. You're versing like mammals.
Well, remember, because Splatoon takes place in the future where everyone's died.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So the assumption is that maybe humans have found, maybe we've gotten to the point where evolution has allowed humans to start coming back. It's so many questions, and I hate Splatoon because Splatoon did that with 2-2.
Well, I don't know if you played the Octo expansion, Terrell.
I didn't get a chance.
But I I won't spoil it. But the ending, I'm not gonna say like existed, but I'll just say there's a very I found it pretty cool.
I don't even
This
remember the
this
ending.
guy that talks about like the human race, and he talks about how like uh like why he's doing what he's doing. And I thought it was pretty damn cool. I
I
really
don't even
liked it. I
remember
thought
that.
it was both funny, but also really damn cool.
I
I'll have
remember
to
seeing it. I've seen clips, but I don't remember the specifics.
This
I don't
mode
know.
could be
It's,
so cool if you just let each person pick their weapon and let us play whenever we want.
you think they maybe will allow it?
They better. The
Well, let's
fuck?
see. You definitely
Well,
have
everyone
all
has
the.
a different weapon though
Yeah, I
in this
mean,
one.
I wouldn't mind if you couldn't all be the same weapon, but at the same time, who gives a shit? Let me play
Yeah,
Salmon Run with whatever fucking weapon I want to play as.
yeah.
Like,
And I think
I do like
the
this big guy though.
yeah, they essentially go Samurun's back in 3, but we've added like a bunch of crazy enemies, and now you can throw eggs to your teammate and shit. And I'm just kind of like, well, that's
People,
cool, but like, do I have to still wait until Thursday at 2 p.m. to play it? That's the question.
it's crazy though. Like, did you see that one of the most liked gaming tweets of all time is the Splatoon Japan announcement like of the game or some shit like ever.
hmm.
Just like I mean, of all time, every single gaming tweet of everything, one of them is Splatoon's Japan's Twitter. I'm like, what? That's so specific, but it's just like, I mean, it's gonna be huge. This game, regardless, like this game is going to be massive. I'm curious to see how much it'll sell. I wonder if it will. Do you think it will be maybe like like a kind of fatigue thing where it'll drop off of two, where it won't get nearly as much because two sold insane.
It could. It depends. It kind of just depends. The problem is when you're throwing in sequels, if the sequels aren't doing enough to differentiate themselves from their prequels, they don't necessarily catch fire in the same way. Like it's like I know people have their issues with Pokemon, but Pokemon games vastly look different in terms of like areas and characters and all the other shit. Splatoon, when you have characters who can be customizable and everything, and Octolings who were introduced as early as the first game but weren't playable until the end of the DLC for the second game, like, I mean, the third game being like, hey, from the start you get to play as Octolings and Inklings,
Yeah,
and there's no real like hell. We were looking at the fucking the turf war footage. Other than the weapons, like that looks exactly like Splatoon 2. Like it
yeah.
doesn't. There's not enough differentiating itself unless you just notice. Oh yeah, the HUD's different. The HUD's like a little bit cleaner or newer, or whatever the fuck. And like, oh, the
Oh,
camera shots are different. But like, other than that, like, there's not. It doesn't have enough to distinguish itself, which is the problem most shooters have. How do you still make yourself appealing, but not alienate yourself from your current fans? In this situation, I think it's gonna be like if you know Splatoon, you know you're excited about Splatoon. But if you don't know Splatoon, it just looks like Splatoon. You wouldn't be able to tell someone that, yeah, this is specifically Splatoon 3.
but
Yeah, that's what I'm
I'll
most afraid of. Is at glance, I mean, the average person wouldn't.
Go,
I mean,
yeah, that's
obviously, you're
Splatoon
playing
3.
Turf War. You're playing. If somebody doesn't know, they're not going to be able to say, "Oh, that's Splatoon 1, 2, or 3." But just if you turn the game on and it's just like you listen to Callie and Marie tell you what maps are available, and you're spamming the button again, and then you go to your little city square and you go to your shops, and it's just the same formula all over again, but new maps, new gear. I don't. I mean, the single player could. If the single player is amazing, that'd be enough for me. But if it's just we're gonna stay with what we did before, just new setting, new maps, new gear, like that's just not enough for me. Like if the game came out 2 years after Splatoon 2, I'll be okay. That's I expect that, but I expect more from Nintendo and this young talented team. I want to see them just like stretch their legs, if you will. I want to see
yeah.
their creativity. Ideally, and I would be shocked if anybody would be like, "Oh, that I don't agree with that." I feel like after Splatoon 3 comes out, you play the single player, you play the multiplayer. I feel like it should be a situation where you're like, man, Splatoon 1 and 2 just barely scratched the surface of what this franchise can be now that I've played 3. That's, to me, what 3 should be. It should be the new, a high benchmark. The series moving forward, people are going to be looking at 3 as the moment that the series really hit its stride. Not just, oh, it's just another good entry in the series. To me, that's a failure. I don't think that's just personally what I would consider a failure if it's just another good entry in the Splatoon series. I just think there's so much more potential. And
I can
you think at all?
agree with that.
You think at all has to do with the? Well, I guess it wouldn't matter, but I was thinking like does it? You think it has anything to do with that? It is the similar hardware with everything. So
yeah, that's the other thing when you do a sequel and you do 2 games on the same hardware. There's you have to go outside of the visuals and stuff to make it a noticeable difference. So maybe the single player will be that thing. Maybe the multiplayer, they're just gonna stay really close to what they did before, and the single player is gonna be this.
Which
awesome.
I would personally be fine with.
That'd be fine.
If the single player is fucking awesome, and then the multiplayer is just the normal multiplayer.
I think it'd still be a missed opportunity
because
I still.
It would be missed opportunity, but.
Like, just I came up with a battle royale idea, and I spent about 20 minutes because I was like, man, they could do a battle royale, and what would I do? It took me 20 minutes to come up with this idea of having 20, 30, 40 Inklings and Ocklings on, and I would assume they'd be small compared to humans because we haven't seen them compared to humans. Like on let's say like a huge nuclear submarine going through the ocean, like on the surface, and you're on this sub. And you're fighting, maybe you can't shoot each other and blow them up, but you shoot people and you can kind of knock them down, and then maybe they slide off the edge of the submarine, and then later in the mode, it just gets lower to the water, so you have less area you can battle on. And then I even thought of the idea where if you do fall off, you get a one-time use, like that bubble thing from the second game, where you can run your way out on the surface of the water and try to get back on the submarine. Like, I literally thought of that in 20 minutes, and I'm like,
yeah,
man, maybe that wouldn't work. Maybe if you actually try to make a game out of that, but if I can come up with something that seems pretty cool in 20 minutes.
Yeah, I was thinking you meant, and I think that'd be kind of cool. Is the inside? You're in the
I was
inside
of the surface.
I was thinking more in the inside, and it's not really you're shooting against people. You're just trying to race to the exit. Using your fast, ink and race up, and then you could slow down other people,
But my idea was, being on the outside as it's moving, so you got the waves, you got the splash, and then you fall off. You get to go in your bubble like a gerbil and run across the surface of the water.
Cool about this damn series, you could do so much. You could make like obstacle course like things where you're like going, versing other people, racing towards something. Think about it. One of the cool things about it is racing in your ink.
Mm-hmm.
How is it not racing against other players? Like something like that would be awesome.
Like I said earlier, take away the water kills you, and now you're swimming through water. You could do underwater races and have like airplane racing where you go through loops.
Or you could have it where, or maybe you could have it where they're slowly building up a resistance to water, so you can't stay in the water the whole time. So the races are kind of a mixture of land and sea.
Yeah,
like you could like, if you're in the water, you can still shoot your gun. So you're in the water, you have to shoot on a wall, and then you can.
I would say as soon as you go in the water, you have to be in the squid form, and you could swim because squids can go in the water in real life.
Yeah. Squids are literally underwater, aren't they?
So yeah, they can't be on the surface. So.
But it leaves you vulnerable because you can't shoot ink.
Yeah, then you can't shoot. So. There could be you could have like a level where somebody who's.
But that's why, again, if you think about racing wise, you could have it where underwater is like a fast area, but people above you can easily shoot you down. You know what I mean?
If for those that played MotorStorm.
And think about it. Like when you're up on certain areas, you could, since you're seeing like through grates, so you could, or like a little like a hole, so you can't shoot it to go faster. So the only thing you could do up on top is shoot the players that are going faster. Mm-hmm. So you could stop them, they go further back, and now you keep slowly walking until you can get to an area where you can speed up.
It could be like a Fall Guys.
That sounds bad. That's a good.
That sounds fun as hell. Imagine it's like Fall Guys. You start with 100.
Yes.
And and you could add in the
And there's just something at the end that's like literally coming towards,
or you could just like do what MotorStorm did back on the PS3. You had like 3 or 4 paths you could take, and depending on your vehicle would be the path. If you took this path off to the left and you had something that can go through mud with big tires, it was slower, but it was a shorter path. Now if you have to get to a goal, who can get there, like the first 10 people or whatever, however many people you start with, a certain amount of people cross the finish line first, they move on. And you have the water section, like you said, that would be the faster, but you're more vulnerable. People can shoot you from above as they're slowly moving slower across on top of through the land. And it's just like, I mean, I think we could make a pretty fun game mode out of that.
I think that's a really good racing game mode they could do.
And do like the Fall Guys thing. You start with 100, then the first 50 to cross that line, move on to the next. And then that 50 is cut down to 30 or 20.
Boom, man. You can take the Nintendo. Go ahead.
Exactly.
Take that for free, man.
I'm just saying, we can come up with this.
In how many minutes? 5 minutes?
We can come up with this. That's why I say 5 years, Nintendo better have fucking pulled out all the stops and come out with some shit that's just like so creative that your mind's gonna get blown.
Especially if this game's gonna get supported for like another year. Like it's like it doesn't make any sense to.
So this is official Nintendo of America tweet today. I just saw.
Oh, the Bayonetta one.
Tall, dark, and demonic.
Tall, dark, and demonic.
Of course, she's almost naked there.
It's also funny to call it demonic when it's a homunculus. So I'm like, I don't know about all that now.
Hey, look at her ass, yo.
This is the was it on or off mode? Which one's?
This is off.
It's off.
Mode.
It's off.
Now I honestly can't tell what the hell's going on with this.
That's what I was saying. Like this photo is like there's. I see it. I see it now.
I don't see what this is.
I honestly didn't see what the hell was going on.
You're looking like this. Like she's like this on the side, like
fighting this guy.
Yeah, but the thing on the right, I can't make out what it is. I don't know where the face is. I don't know where the arms are.
No, me neither. Well, I didn't even see her though on the left. I thought it was one big glob, and then I was like, oh wait, now I see her.
Is this a 4-legged creature? Is this?
Damn, look at them thighs, yo. She's fucking.
Here's my question. Here's the best question. Do you think within the next month we're gonna get a Bayonetta 3 direct? Since they seem to be doing like directs for all their new upcoming titles.
Might.
Did they do a Bayonetta 2? I think they did a Bayonetta 2 direct. Actually.
Did they? I don't remember. Hi, Armadillo.
I thought they did actually. I could be wrong, but let me see. Bayonetta.
Not the kitty. Oh,
dude, direct.
Damn.
I love fucking.
Bitch.
Yeah, there was. There was a 30-minute Bayonetta 2 direct apparently. You guys remember?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, a 30-minute.
Yeah. Hey.
30 minutes and 46 seconds.
Look at this.
I already have that hero, but that's besides the point.
Hey, and guess what? So also, by the way, talk about a big difference between Wii U views and Switch views. This has since 2014 215,000 views, which is really low for a direct. You know what I mean? And then you know how I see? There's 1,000 comments right away. I see this game looks amazing. # Operation Platinum. Who do you think said that?
Doc Track.
Oh no.
T.
Mr. T. I see him on the comment section. Well, I see Tony Karan. I see there's a lot of these dudes.
Oh no.
The comment section I'm just scrolling for.
You exposed.
How many views does the Bayonetta 3 release date trailer have?
What?
Let's see.
The Bayonetta 3 release date trailer.
I don't know. I'm gonna check.
Let me see.
So let's just do quickly. Let's go down the line. Splatoon 3. If you had to bet
493,000, by the way.
If you had to bet $1,000 and you could put it on, is Splatoon multiplayer gonna be more of the same, or are they gonna go out and you're gonna have a bunch of new modes, really cool stuff? If you had to pick one of those two things, now there might be a gray area. It might be in between. You might get a few cool new things, and it might still feel very similar. But if you just had to bet, what do you think? They're going to play it safe? It's going to be very similar to 1 and 2 with the multiplayer, waiting for maps, all that stuff, or if it's going to be something really different.
I'm a little nervous. The reason why I say that is because I was like, wait a minute, 30 minutes, Splatoon 3 direct, right? Did Splatoon 2 ever direct? It did.
How long was
We're
it?
talking about 26 minutes, 42 seconds.
Wow. Well, they had to introduce Salmon Run, which probably got a good chunk.
I forgot all
We should
about
have
this, to be
been.
honest
I
with
should
you.
have been. We should have watched the Splatoon 2 direct.
Oh God, no.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my money on the multiplayer. They're gonna keep it very similar, play it very safe, and it's gonna be the same formula. You're gonna have to sit through Callie and Marie type characters at every time you boot the game up, telling you the maps, and Salmon Run's not gonna be all the time. That's my prediction. I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah, if it's like this, how they're showing it, this would be pretty disappointing. Not gonna lie.
Hey,
I
was like,
I
was
did
like,
not realize
"Oh,
that they did a
I'm sad
Splatoon
now."
2 direct.
Yeah, they
I
did
forgot
do that.
all about that.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
20 and it matches up to what they're gonna be showing. So they could just do a repeat of this, to be honest.
I really hope
They're gonna do a
They
repeat
don't.
of the direct too. They're gonna repeat the.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh God.
I don't want to see dude come out in his coat with the stupid shenanigans. Just let's get to the game, you know.
I kind of like the guy though.
Kind of the shtick,
I'm
I'm
man.
sick of that stick. It's time to break character. Just fucking show us the game.
Not- They're not gonna do that. I don't believe they'll ever
They
change.
should have
it.
a
Splatoon
Callie
2's
Marie
direct.
cosplay live.
I don't know even how exciting this was. What 2017, right?
No, well that's the thing. It
Yeah.
wasn't. I don't think. Think about it. Looking back on what you know, if you didn't, this is very multiplayer focused, and it's it's very much.
I
what
wonder
you
if like
kind of expected.
if I would have been able to tell the difference between 1 and 2 if you just played some clips of the HUD world.
Yeah, I would. HUD, yeah, definitely.
Like
The hub world, yeah.
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, HUD world. I said HUD.
Gameplay might have been a little bit harder, but I think the HUD world is easy. I will say I do like that you have more customization.
So
options off the
this
gate.
See,
one
like
they
this
showed
is the
the
shit
new
I want
character.
gone. I don't want to have to every time I go in there get the whole spiel of the new weapons. Just get rid of that shit. Completely gone. I want it
Didn't
streamlined.
they added?
Well,
Didn't they
I
add
think
didn't they add a skip
they
feature?
still have the characters. Just
But you gotta you can just fast forward the text, and if you
That's
haven't
what
played
they
the game
added.
in a year, you're gonna sit there for 5-10 minutes while the weapons
Yeah.
get run down.
no, I get it, but they should at least still have these cool characters. You know what I mean? They should
I
still
mean,
be a
I don't
part.
want
Jeff
these.
Blonde's
I don't
all-
need these shops. I don't need this dialogue.
Really?
Just let
That's
me bring
kind
up
of-
the app, the phone, the character's phone. Let me order clothes and just put them on. And switch them.
I would like.
That's just
I think
me.
they're-
Like
I
I
think
don't
they're- I think they're still gonna keep this.
going
Yeah, I
through
mean,
the
I actually
buy-in,
do personally like that type of stuff, though.
having
Look at
to.
these guys. Look at Bisk. Look at him.
This is a
Yeah.
creepy
awesome.
looking thing. This thing is horrifying. to
This
look
is
at.
what I
He's
fear
awesome.
that this Splatoon 3, if you put up the shoe picking, it looks just like this. That's my fear.
Unfortunately, I think we're going to get a lot of this. Actually, now I think about it, we're gonna get a lot of the
Probably.
gear.
Oh,
We're gonna
hi,
get a lot-
Sheldon.
This is check out all the new gear.
Sheldon, you're gonna be in the third game, or you're gonna be dead. No?
And it doesn't really help me because I'm not really a
Oh,
big
This is
cosmetic
the
guy.
direct.
Like, bro, if I could put my inkling in, I don't know,
Did they even
base
focus that much
bikini.
on
that's
how,
cool. Yeah, some shit like that.
how much of the
Alright,
single
fine.
player was even in this direct? I don't
It's the
remember.
last 6 minutes.
Jesus.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is new weapons technically, but
Or no, wait a minute.
how
Is it
much?
not even the last 6 minutes?
It's still an item you're throwing that blows up, even though it's a.
No, I take that back. It's they don't actually show the single player. They show it for a minute. My bad. They show it for a literal minute. Oh my god. I hope it's not like that tomorrow.
No, it's Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Where do they show it?
At 2020, go to 2008. And they showed it for, no joke, it's actually 56 seconds. The single player mode.
Jesus Christ. What
And
is
this was-
this? I don't even remember this.
That's
That was-
it had a
that's-
little music. You could play the music.
But it was like
It wasn't
in
like
this
a it wasn't like a rhythm game though, like they're showing here.
No.
Oh, yeah, that's the other thing that's weird
yeah,
about
yeah,
this.
yeah.
That's
the other
not
thing
in
that
the
was weird.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
No, it is. Where?
I mean, look, I don't remember.
I've
I mean,
never
Oh,
seen.
But I
this.
do know. But
Back up a little bit.
that's kind of like the remember the little things you
I-
would play.
yeah, there it
There you
is.
go. There you go.
I
So
never
remember
played
you-
this.
You never needed to.
I didn't know this was in the fucking game.
It literally just exists. There's no
That's
actual.
it, man. It changes the whole game.
I'm just saying,
There's
I
no-
did not know that you go to that cabinet and play this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could.
If you asked me if that was in the game, I would have forgotten, but until I saw it again. But yeah.
Also, I always thought it was weird that the single player mode, just like the other games, is just hidden in this corner.
I actually like that. I thought that I liked that.
They do that. Actually, the first game does that too.
Yeah,
with
they
single
do.
players.
Yeah, they did it both times.
I'm
but
sorry.
like
I have my expectations for the direct have gone significantly down.
After seeing
Damn.
this,
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
I think honestly, that I still have faith that single player looks very interesting.
I would say that I feel like it's a little different because the single player here was very much just, hey, look, we're gonna do Splatoon 1 again with a little bit more like
And
of a vibe.
honestly, I didn't mind the single player. It wasn't till the Octo expansion that I'm like, this formula's dead to me. Like, I don't
Really,
need this
I mean,
again.
again, for me, like if I loved it, so I don't mind. But I would like,
That was it.
obviously, I would like to have some new expanded ideas, personally.
Are you just looking up the trailer for it or just the footage?
I'm gonna just show some footage because I want to see how.
Well, first, we're
different
gonna
it
talk
looks.
about Nebula. Pick up and go.
Yeah, that's an outdoor projector right there.
I wonder what you've been looking at.
I haven't been looking at projectors.
Damn. Okay, that recommended is fucking up. The algorithm needs to get its shit together.
See, when I first saw the gameplay, I was like, oh, they just want me to use the specials from the game to get through a level. And that's what it was. I mean, I felt like 85-90% of the game was just, hey, get through the level with this special.
How long is Acto expansion anyway?
It's the average.
I think I had 20 hours, but
is like it says 8 hours, and then for me, I 100% it.
there's no way I had 20. I got
No,
through it.
no, not 20 hours. Definitely not 20 hours. But you probably get a good, if you 100% it, again, average time for human beings says 14 hours.
See, to me, this just felt like, hey, the multiplayer, that ball. We wanna take that and make sure you.
I think
get
Splatoon
some
was very
practice
proud.
with it.
I don't think that's practicing. I think it's fucking
Or
cool.
it's like, hey, we know
legit
about it.
making new it's making obstacle courses out of
Yeah,
that.
but I still feel like they want people to.
Splatoon was very proud of its mechanics working in this setting, and to be fair, it does. But
I mean, it's fine, but what was the one where you have to shoot the 8-ball? There's like 5 or 6 times you got.
The problem is
there's like
this shit kind of doesn't. It just doesn't stop. I think that was like the problem with this. Like it's like the same kind of levels back to back.
Yeah, it's like
For
that's
me,
all it is. It's just a
for me,
collection of these types of levels over and over.
So unless you really,
but that's again, like to me, again, just like the way I see this is like saying a 2D Mario game. You'd be like, man, it's just a collection of these side-scrolling these worlds, man. What the fuck? Like to me, like I enjoyed like messing around. They made whole levels out of these mechanics. To me, that is creative, and it is pretty damn fucking cool. And so like especially the later, like I said, the last what I thought was the game's finished, but then they go on for these. You go and like sneak around like some.
I remember you pointing that
game.
out. I thought that was okay.
But that's
there
what I'm saying.
wasn't
Is
a
like
lot
that
of
was
it, though. There was this like
no, there wasn't a lot of it, but that was
like
that
this right here.
That was
this
definitely
is just this is like time target practice. Target practice.
Also,
like,
Danny brings up a good
not
question.
terrible, but like this is a lot of what you're doing. Like this kind of stuff.
But here's the big question: are they going to talk about the Nintendo app, the phone app?
Oh, we
damn!
didn't cover that. Are they going to do something with voice chat? Is it going to be?
Are they going to bring it up and talk about it?
I think, unfortunately, I think they will, and there's going to be a Splatoon 3 section. Which, to be fair, what's the last section that they made?
I don't know, but we got to get out of here.
When Animal
I
Crossing.
39:20.
I thought we would talk for an hour. Literally, I was like, "Oh, we can get out early tonight."
Why do you think that? Why do you think we don't provide good conversation for you, bro? What you trying to say?
But
we talk all night, don't you?
I mean, I would love to be wrong in that direct. Just like, holy shit, I gotta buy this game. I would not be mad.
Of course.
But I have no hope. I have no faith now after just watching that Splatoon 2 direct.
I like how he got.
I have
Hey,
faith
guys,
because
here's
I
this
really enjoy.
special.
I personally like the single player.
Here's how this special works in the multiplayer. Like that's, and they're gonna have the
Yeah.
voiceover guy.
Yeah.
This grappling special lets you cling to walls and pull yourself up to high places. That's the kind of shit you're gonna get. Like, that's not what I want.
That's probably gonna be part of it. I definitely believe
So-
that.
I think it's gonna be a major part of it. Actually, I didn't know that Splatoon 2 direct happened, man. I totally forgot about that. The fact that
I knew
saw
it
that-
happened. I knew it
That
happened.
sets expectations for me personally.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we'll be back next week to discuss the direct, and maybe by then I'll have started Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Nice.
Still haven't finished. I haven't touched a game since before the last podcast, so
Wait, have you bought it yet?
not yet.
Okay.
So yeah, well,
Bye,
thanks for everybody for tuning in. And
bye, Kitty. Hi, Kitty. Bye, Kitty.
Is she cleaning herself? Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, and Danny Williams, first time I seen you in the chat. Thanks for tuning in. And sorry, I had my screen. I can't check the chat and have the screen showing up on in the stream, so I couldn't really read. But anyway, we'll get out of here and we'll be back next week.
Later days.